The following is a presentation of LAKETV Sports. This LAKETV Sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on LAKETV, Corolla Pics. And now your LAKETV pregame show powered by Como Connect. Here's William Holtz and Dave Glendenning.
Tonight on our pregame show powered by Como Connect, we've got a good one for you. Not only do we get to spotlight one player, one from each side of tonight's matchup, but we've also got the 2018 California Pintos Homecoming Coronation Ceremony in its entirety for you guys, presented by Como Connect. And talking about tonight's two teams in tonight's matchup, Eldon and California, two teams looking to get back on track.
And two teams kind of going in different directions, really. Eldon's still in the mix at 3-2, and California at 0-5. They've really got to start doing something right now if they want to make any noise in the conference play this year.
Pinto's going to catch a break. They're going to get their starting quarterback, Alex Curran's, back in the lineup tonight. That should be a big boost for them. And on the other side, the Eldon Mustangs, they're going to see a new starter at the quarterback position. Junior Colin Tam going to get his first start as a varsity quarterback tonight right here at Riley Field. So it's going to be a good one, and we've got much more for you after this on our pregame show powered by Como Connect.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
Welcome back to the pregame show powered by Como Connect. It's week 6 of the high school football season, and we are in the thick of the Tri-County Conference schedule. Dave Glendenning, William Holtz with LAKETV here for tonight's Tri-County Conference matchup between, you said, two teams kind of headed in different directions. You've got Eldon coming in. Now, they won their first 3 matchups. They were 3-0 before falling the last 2 weeks. And, of course, California, they've yet to get that first W under second-year head coach Michael Gregg. But like we said, they do get the services of their junior quarterback in his second season at the helm, Alex Curran, and that should provide a boost for a team that we saw a week ago at Versailles needs an offensive boost.
Yes, and they're getting their quarterback back. And what is going on with Eldon's quarterback? That's the question.
Of course, you guys know Dawson Brand, All-State quarterback. He also does it from the defensive side of the ball. He leads the Mustangs in rushing coming into tonight's game. Well, he's out for at least 2 to 3 weeks starting midway through last week, and so he's going to be unavailable tonight. He'll be in a jersey with no pads on. He'll be on the sidelines, and he's going to watch, like we said, junior Colin Tam. He's going to get the start for the Eldon Mustangs, and he's a 3-year letter winner for the Mustangs, assuming he wins this year. So he's been around the program. He's backed up Brant, last season, and he's going to get an opportunity to show what he can do. And I don't expect Coach Chad Holt and the Eldon Mustangs to really change their game plan. Dawson Brant, he was a very speedy runner, very athletic. Tam, you lose a little bit of that speed, but Tam has a very good arm, and I'll be interested to see against a beat-up secondary for the California Pintos if we don't see Eldon try to throw the ball with Colin Tam. Now, what we've got for you thanks to our friends at Como Connect, we've got the 2018 California Pintos Homecoming Coronation Ceremony on Lake TV. Enjoy.
Fourth place goes to the juniors, and third place goes to the sophomores. Winning the second place award is the freshman class.
So how can I share this to my
The senior class. Congratulations. This week, CHS students participated in penny wars to raise money for Special Olympics. Congratulations to the freshman class for winning penny wars. A total of $163.32 was collected. Thank you, students, for your support. Next, we would like to recognize the winning homecoming class this year. In fourth place is the freshman. In third place is the sophomore class. In second place is the juniors. And our winning class of Homecoming Spirit Week is the senior class. They will receive donuts one morning next week. Congratulations. We would also like to recognize our Student Spirit Week winners. These students demonstrated exceptional spirit and participation in this week's activities. Our freshman Spirit Week winners are Ella Lewis and Colton Folks. Our sophomore Spirit Week winners are Warren Spillers and Aaron Davis. Our junior Spirit Week winners are Amy Ferris and Angelica Lemus. Our senior Spirit Week winners are Jordan Geiser and Emily Gray. Congratulations. Our freshman homecoming princess candidate is Miss Jordan Winter. Jordan is the daughter of Katie Bax and Jeff Bax and Chris Winter. She is involved in FFA and a flyer on the cheer team. Our freshman homecoming prince candidate is Tyler Patterson. Tyler is the son of Nicole and Adam Patterson. His activities include being on the football and track team. He is also a member of FFA and attends youth group. Our sophomore homecoming princess candidate is Miss Ruby Bollinger. Ruby is the daughter of Adam and Gretchen Bollinger. Her activities include student council, SBLA, Spanish club, track, and FFA. Ruby is a member of the Twin City 4-H club. Our sophomore homecoming prince candidate is Tegan Dale Higgins. Tegan is the son of Heath and Amy Higgins. His activities include football, basketball, baseball, and FFA. Tegan is a member of Concord Baptist Church in Jefferson City. Our junior homecoming princess candidate is Miss Michaela Schonsmeyer. Michaela is the daughter of Ryan and Jonna Schonsmeyer. Her activities include being on the basketball, volleyball, and track team. Michaela is currently serving as the student body treasurer. Michaela is also involved in FBLA, Sounds of Joy, DECA, and National Honor Society. Our junior homecoming prince candidate is Tucker Friedmeier. Tucker is the son of Brad and Charlotte Friedmeier. His activities include being on the football and golf team. Tucker is a member of St. Paul's Lutheran Church and Boy Scouts. Our first homecoming king candidate is Gabe Bailey. Gabe is the son of Paul and Julie Bailey. His activities include football, baseball, and National Honor Society. Gabe is also a member of the Annunciation Catholic Church. Our first homecoming queen candidate is Miss Gracie George. Gracie is the daughter of Jerry and Bonnie George. Her activities include being on the volleyball and basketball team, student council, and National Honor Society. Gracie is also a member of First Baptist Church, an employee at Lehman Construction, and works as a referee for the California Parks and Rec Department. Our second homecoming king candidate is Tristan Bradley Hess. Tristan is the son of Kent and Courtney Hess. His activities include being on the football and basketball teams, FFA, National Honor Society, and DECA. Tristan is also a member of the United Church of Christ Youth Group. Our second homecoming queen candidate is Miss Mackenzie Sloan. Mackenzie is the daughter of Joseph and Rachel Sloan. Her activities include National Honor Society, Art Club, Spanish Club, volleyball, and FFA. Our final homecoming king candidate is Alex Meisenheimer. Alex is the son of Terry and Jill Meisenheimer. His activities include being on the football and track team, National Honor Society, and FFA. Alex is a member of the United Church of Christ Church. Our final homecoming queen candidate is Miss Carly Jo Wolf. Carly is the daughter of Rebecca and Ryan Wolf. Her activities include yearbook, art club, and FFA. She also runs a photography Instagram account called KJ Wolf Photography. Crowning our 2018 princess is our senior class vice president, Megan Witt. Megan is the daughter of Jason and Shaylee Witt. Megan is escorted tonight by the 2017 homecoming prince, Emmanuel Iannaccio. Emmanuel is the son of Joseph and Immaculate Iannaccio. Crowning our 2018 queen is our senior class president, Molly Forsythe. Molly is the daughter of Annette and John Forsythe. Molly is escorted by the 2017 homecoming king, Dustin Bonecutter. Dustin is the son of James and Crystal Bonecutter. Our 2018 homecoming prince is Tucker Friedmeyer. Our 2018 homecoming princess is Michaela Johnson.
Well, they're going to do the king and queen. Okay, just make sure you.
Our 2018 homecoming king is Alex Meisenheimer. Our 2018 homecoming queen is Carly Wolf. Congratulations. We would like to thank the Flower Shop and Edge Graphics for donating the World Procession. Thank you for attending the 2018 Homecoming Coronation Ceremony. Good luck tonight, Princess.
Welcome to Burger's Smokehouse. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Burger's Smokehouse invites everyone to come and visit our unique visitor center. See all the amazing museum-quality displays highlighting the seasons of the Ozarks and learn about meat curing and the history of Burger's Smokehouse. Peruse our factory country store where we offer the largest selection of cured and smoked meats found anywhere. While you're here, grab a smoked meat sandwich and enjoy our video tour in the Good Old Days Theater to see how we produce our famous products. Our 4-generation family business has combined time-tested
twisted curing traditions with modern meat processing innovations to become the largest specialty cured and smoked meat processor in the nation. Burger Smokehouse is nestled deep in the rolling Ozark Hills near California, Missouri, just 20 miles north of Eldon on Highway 87. We're just a short drive from anywhere in the lake area. Just follow the road signs to Burger Smokehouse. You can find our products in grocery stores throughout the lake area. Visit our website at smokehouse.com. Burger Smokehouse, your trusted provider of cured and smoked meat since 1952.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
Chances Are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back! Welcome back, folks, to Lake TV's live coverage of high school football. This week is week 7, believe it or not.
Already? My goodness.
Of the high school football season. And Dave, we've seen them a couple of times so far this season. And tonight, the home team, California Pintos, they desperately want to get something going. And actually, it's week 6. I keep jumping the gun.
That's why
wonder
I'm so
why
surprised.
It feels so soon.
We
It's
skipped
only week 6 of the high school football season. But we've seen California twice already, and they're a team that desperately needs a break. And I'd say getting their starting quarterback in Alex Currens, the team's leading rusher, is definitely the boost they might be looking for.
Absolutely. And like we talked about earlier, not only are they getting their quarterback back, Eldon doesn't have their quarterback, and not only was he a great quarterback for Eldon, he's a catalyst on their defense. I mean, that guy was all over the field. So, you know, maybe the cards are stacking up right for a potential Pinto upset tonight.
And their annual homecoming game would be the one to do it right here. Lake TV's coverage of high school football. This is your pregame show powered by Como Connect, and we'll stay with the home team, California Pintos. You know their head coach, Michael Gregg, his second season at the helm, finished 1-9 a year ago in a season that was riddled by injuries. And you look at this season, it's got a similar feel because they've been hit by the injury bug pretty hard so far.
Seems like the last 2 years they've been cursed with constant injuries. And it appears that we have the national anthem here coming up.
So we'll stay with you and let you guys enjoy the national anthem. So wonderful rendition of the national anthem here by the pride of the California Pintos marching band. And before we go any further, we do want to give a shout out to our friends at Burger Smokehouse. Of course, for those of you who don't know, national name Burger Smokehouse, smoked meat since 1952. Well, their headquarters stationed right here in California, Missouri. So we can't come to California without stopping by the Burger Smokehouse Country Store. And we bought 4 packs, and we're down to a pack and a half, if that tells you anything. And we're not big guys per se. All right.
Speak for yourself.
Back to the California Pintos, we said they're going to get their leading rusher, their starting quarterback, Alex Currens. Another guy you want to talk about, Alex Meisenheimer. He played a little bit all over the place last week. He was a linebacker. He covered a few receivers for the Tigers. We also saw him get the start at quarterback, and he's actually listed as a wide receiver, and ideally that's where he'd be playing. He's got that big size, but he'll be running the ball, and he's right behind Alex Currens. He's got 247 yards on the season. Currens 248 yards, not to be outdone, and I expect both of those guys to get a lot of work tonight.
Yeah, and last week watching Eldon play, it was their defense was suspect, and their offensive line. So that's two things to look at tonight. I mean, they were down a couple offensive linemen last week. They didn't get the job done at all, and I think that was one of the major reasons why they lost last week at Versailles.
Yeah, speaking of California, they were down in D. Well, you talk about Eldon on the other side, and they got off to just an outstanding start, 3-0, and they've lost the last couple of weeks. And we'll talk about the Mustangs in a second. You heard me mention Alex Currens. He's going to be back in the starting lineup, and he's actually our CHEVYS Pizzeria Spotlight Player of the Game tonight for the California Pintos. And you see his numbers right there coming in. I mean, he's got all their passing yards, 250 of those. He's got 250 rushing yards, 2 scores, and like I said, he's missed the last 2 games with injury, and you're going to see the Pintos come onto the field right here, and impressive. They've got the band and they've got the cheerleaders lined up, but Curran's now making his way. It's got to feel good to be back in the starting lineup for homecoming. I mean, it's his junior campaign, but, you know, you get into high school and junior or senior year, you never know when an injury is going to hit, and it could be your last time out there. So I know Alex Currens is chomping at the bit to get back out there, and I talked to him this week, and he said, you know, this team's better than 0-5. We've really struggled. He says, you guys know about the injuries. He said, but we played tough in the first half against some good schools, and he's right. Week 2 of the season, we were here, and they played the Mexico Bulldogs, and that game was very much could have gone California's way. It was tied late in the game. They were getting ready to score before turning the ball over, and Mexico ended up scoring. But when California is clicking on all cylinders, they are much better than an 0-5 team.
Yeah, they've shown flashes, they've shown glimpses here and there. They just need to put all 4 quarters together tonight on homecoming, and hopefully they can do that tonight and pick up victory number 1 of the season.
Yeah, of course, it's easy to say, you know, we're better than our record shows, but I mean, the record is the number 1 tell for how good a team is, and California just unable to get over the hump and get that first W, but anything can happen. They're playing a banged up and struggling Eldon Mustangs team who are also eager to get off the snide. We'll talk about those Eldon Mustangs under the direction of first-year head coach Chad Holt after this on your pregame show powered by Como Connect.
This LAKETV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Nanny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
And welcome back to the pregame show powered by Como Connect here on Lake TV as part of our live high school football all season long. As week 6, you know, we talked about California earlier in the pregame show. Now we're going to direct our attention to the visiting Eldon Mustangs. And Dave, had I told you after week 3, the Mustangs being 3-0, and they were going to travel to Southern Boone with everything on the line, and we saw the Mustangs struggle in that one. If I had told you they were going to be 3-2 and playing without Dawson Brandt coming into tonight's game, would you have been surprised?
Well, not really, because you never know in high school football. But, yes, I would have been surprised because they had everything going. It looked like the same team from last year. They were just chugging along, doing their offense, and they were executing, and everything was going great through the first 3 games, and then something happened. I don't know what, but they're going to have to regroup tonight, even with the new quarterback, and try to get back on track.
Talk about the Eldon Mustangs. One name that probably is familiar to you Mustang fans, and that's Shannon Jolly. He was a longtime head coach here under at Eldon, and they won 2 district championships, 2012, 2013, their first in numerous years, and he really built her tradition. So they get a new head coach replacing Coach Jolly. It's Chad Holt. He's in his first season, of course, 3-2 because it's his only record so far in his first year. But the Mustangs had everyone believing this is going to be just like the Eldon Mustangs we're used to seeing. You had Dawson Brandt running all over the field, leading the team in tackles, playing huge defensively. I mean, he came in to tonight's game even without playing. He's got 3 pass breakups. He's got 3 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 5 tackles for a loss. He's all over the place. They're not going to have him tonight. And so you're going to see them turn their direction. Instead of running the football from the quarterback position, Isaiah Parsons. He was an all-state player a year ago. He's breaking every single Eldon Mustangs rushing record, not just all-time, but probably in season. We saw him break the scoring record a year ago. And he's their leading rusher coming in with 440 yards in the year. He's averaging about 90 yards a game. And it's easy to forget about because he's had such gaudy numbers for the last couple years. But he comes in, he's got 6 touchdowns, and he is a heck of a running back. And he's a guy that California is going to have to zero in on and try to stop.
Well, he's the type of player that's capable of putting up over 200 yards in a single game. We've seen it ourselves last year.
Right.
So he's someone that obviously the California Pinto defense has to keep an eye on tonight. And it might be a little easier because they don't necessarily have that dual threat at the quarterback position. So maybe they can focus on Isaiah and try their luck at stopping him.
Another guy that's got a lot of carries this year for the Mustangs is Logan Hall. He's coming in as the second leading rusher from the tailback position. He's going to get a lot of looks. Now, back to Isaiah Parsons, Dave. Coming this year, he had the huge year last year. I mean, he was one of the 2 dual threat for the Mustangs. They made it all the way to the state quarterfinals before losing. But Parsons comes back, and his spotlight has kind of been stolen by Dawson Brandt this year because Brandt, he leads the team in rushing. He's done it defensively. And so Parsons kind of gotten forgotten about. Obviously not big football fans. We haven't forgotten about him, Parsons, at the tailback position, but a lot of people around the Tri-County Conference have kind of forgotten about him, and I bet he's chomping at the bit to get out here and be the featured runner for the Mustangs, which he's sure to be tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely going to lean on him for sure, take the pressure off the quarterback. And what does Eldon do? They run the ball. So that's what we're going to be seeing a whole lot of tonight from both teams.
You see the Pintos charging their way to midfield on the colored 50-yard line. They got the American flag. You love seeing that. They're fired up as part of the 2018 homecoming game here at Riley Field. And Dave, we talk about, the running backs for Eldon. Well, you got to talk about the quarterback. You said hopefully Parsons can take some pressure off of Colin Tam, the junior quarterback, getting his first start. And I'm telling you, the Mustangs are getting antsy. They're not used to losing back-to-back weeks. They're 3-2, and they're in jeopardy of losing their 3rd consecutive game. And they're going to turn to one junior, Colin Tam. You see him right there. He's only 5'11", 143 pounds. He's only thrown 3 passes as a varsity starting quarterback, or as a varsity quarterback. He's completed all 3. 2 to Mustangs, 1 went for an interception, so a very limited scale we've gotten to see from Tam. But I'll tell you, California is going to be hungry from the point of attack defensively, and they're going to be very hungry to get after Tam, try to make him uncomfortable, and see if they can't get off to a fast start. If you're calling Tam, though, you got to love this. You've been the backup quarterback the last 2 years. You finally get your opportunity and feel like, hey, everybody knows Dawson Brandt. Let's not forget about me. I've been here putting in the reps, practicing every day. I'm a 4.0 student. I do it all in the classroom. Now's Colin Tam's opportunity. And during California's homecoming game, this is quite a stage he's going to get an opportunity to play on.
Yeah, and it'll be very interesting to see the play calling with the new quarterback from the Eldon coaches, because who knows what they're going to do. Are they going to change up their whole offense because Brandt's not in there? Are they going to start airing it out? We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's right, folks. We'll be right back on the pregame show powered by Como Connect after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
And we're back on our pregame show powered by Como Connect. Dave Glendenning, William Holtz, just moments away from the California Pintos playing host to the Eldon Mustangs. You look at the Tri-County Conference, and I'm telling you what, after Blair Oaks and Southern Boone, it's really jumbled right there. You got Versailles, Eldon, Osage all right there. Of course, Osage is playing a very tough Southern Boone team. Osage 2-3, Southern Boone 3-2. Then you look at Versailles. They're playing at home against Booneville. Both of those teams 3-2. Versailles playing better by the week. Each week they get a little bit better, and they're fresh off a 38-0 blanking of these California Pintos. They're at home again against an incredibly tough Booneville team that just clobbered Osage last week, 47-7. So Versailles has their hands full. And then, of course, Camdenton, not in the Tri-County Conference, but another local school. They're 4-1, and they're playing host to the rival 4-1 Lebanon Yellow Jackets. And if you guys know high school football, not many tougher rivalries or hard-nosed rivalries than the Lebanon Yellow Jackets and Camdenton Lakers. So we'll keep you posted on that.
A little bit of bad blood, I think, between the two.
Yeah, I mean, there's a trophy at stake every year. It's the Highway 5 bragging rights game, you know, the Bush bragging rights game, Mizzou, Illinois, every year. Well, they kind of played off that, and it's the Highway 5 bragging rights game because Camdenton and Lebanon just about 20 miles off Highway 5 from one another. So they have a trophy, and whoever wins this annual game between Camdenton and Lebanon, they hoist a trophy. And you've seen some crazy things happen over the years in that. I mean, there was coaches ejected following last year's post-game festivities. Coaches had gotten into it. It was a real mess, but it just goes to show how hard-nosed that rivalry is and just how much that means to both of those districts, both those communities, to make sure they beat one another. But it makes for fun competition.
And very intense indeed. That'd be a fun game to be at tonight, and if you're there, enjoy. If not, watch this game here with us tonight.
Right here on Lake TV. Folks, that's going to conclude tonight's pregame show powered by Como Connect. Thanks for tuning in. Don't go anywhere because when we come back, we've got the Eldon Mustangs at the California Pintos. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Welcome to Burger Smokehouse. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Burger Smokehouse invites everyone to come and visit our unique visitor center. See all the amazing museum-quality displays highlighting the seasons of the Ozarks and learn about meat curing and the history of Burger Smokehouse. Peruse our factory country store where we offer the largest selection of cured and smoked meats found anywhere. While you're here, grab a smoked meat sandwich and enjoy our video tour in the Good Old Days Theater to see how we produce our famous products. Our 4-generation family business has combined time-tested curing traditions with modern meat processing innovations to become the largest specialty cured and smoked meat processor in the nation. Burger Smokehouse is nestled deep in the rolling Ozark Hills near California, Missouri, just 20 miles north of Eldon on Highway 87. We're just a short drive from anywhere in the lake area. Just follow the road signs to Burger Smokehouse. You can find our products in grocery stores throughout the lake area. Visit our website at smokehouse.com. Burger Smokehouse, your trusted provider of cured and smoked meat since 1952.
Back deep for California. Looks like number 9, Kalen Kruger, and number 22, Drake Schloop. So the kick is off, and we're underway. That's a short kick, and that's going to roll out of bounds, and that's a good start for California, as the illegal procedure is going to give them great starting field position.
And the referees already have their first practice of throwing the hanky. Hopefully we'll keep that to a minimum tonight.
Well, every time we come to California, we typically see a handful of laundry on the field, so I hope that we don't follow that trend, as it's 1st and 10 California at the 35-yard line, and we're going to get to see Alex Kearns back at the quarterback position. But I'll tell you what, California, their offense kind of hit and miss so far this year, but when they get going, they can really pick up some yardage in chunks.
Boy, they're spreading out Eldon's defense already.
Check out Meisenheimer here in the slot. Kearns out of the shotgun. He's going to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket. Now he cuts back across this field, and here goes Kearns across midfield into Eldon territory. Still on his feet across the 35, and look at him go all the way down to the 26-yard line before being taken down. That's 39 yards and a big first down for California, and just like that, the Pintos fans on their feet.
And that saving tackle made by number 17, Blake Smith. Junior out of Eldon.
It took about every Mustang that was around Kearns, and that's the kind of start he wanted to get to. Run of 39 yards, and the Pinto faithful making some noise early. 1st and 10 California. They've got it at the 25-yard line of Eldon. They remain empty backfield. Kearns out of the gun. Now in motion. That's Kruger. He's going to keep it on the read option. Is Kearns. He's got some room. The 10, the 5 to the house. Touchdown. Alex Kearns from 25 yards out. And just like that, 2 carries, 64 yards and a score. And oh, baby, do the California Pintos get happy to see that young man back on the field.
Yeah, I think after that first carry, I just gave Kearns some of that
mojo.
Confidence, if you will. And he just took that baby right to the house.
It was a read option. He did a great job. He had Kruger in motion. He made the right read. He hit the hole, and then he was off to the races. Not many people going to catch Alex Kearns in the open field. So now for the point after the kick is up. It's a high one. Looked like it might have been wide left. No, just inside the upright, and it's good. That's Winkler who converts on the extra point. And just 2 plays into the game, it's California 7, Eldon 0. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
Welcome back to Lake TV's high school football game of the week right here. Thanks for joining us, folks. And I'll tell you what, we talked about Kearns in the pregame. They were going to be happy to have him back in the lineup. Dave, 2 plays, 65 yards, and a score. They wasted no time.
Yes, and really you could tell there's a couple holes on the Eldon defense on that series.
And just great job up front by California opening the holes. And you got to give credit to Kearns because he did a great job of following those holes, and to the tune of a 25-yard touchdown right after a 40-yard first down run. So Kearns, 2 carries, 65 yards, and a score. That's a good night for anyone. And partner, we're just 33 seconds in. So a high end over end kick, fielded at the 30-yard line. And right there, Johnny on the spot for the Pintos. That's number 33, Trevor Myers, another freshman. We talked about Myers last week. We talked about Kalen Kruger last week, and we talked about Drake Schloop. All 3 of these individuals already making plays in this game. And another one you got to talk about, the sophomore Hunter Oliver. We expect him to impact tonight's game. So Eldon, we're going to get a look at Colin Tam in his first start at the quarterback position. And as we are accustomed to seeing from Coach Chad Holt and the Mustangs, they line up under center, bunch formation, Parsons in the backfield. Give goes to Hall on the sweep. He's trying to get outside. Nice block on the outside. And Hall has good yardage up to about the 41-yard line. We're going to give him 9 yards. And that's a very positive gain for the Mustangs in their first play from scrimmage.
And folks, you better get used to seeing that play because it's going to be run over and over and over again tonight.
Indeed it is. You expect to see Parsons get a lot of carries out of the backfield, but the Mustangs love to take those wing set guys in motion and hand them the football. So second and short, it's the up man. This is Parsons. Lowers the head, and he's across the 45 up to the 46-yard line, where he's got a Mustang first down. Will keep the offense moving.
And tackle was made by Meisenheimer, Alex Meisenheimer, number 16.
And actually, we talked about Alex Meisenheimer in the pregame show, but we didn't mention that's your 2018 homecoming king for the California Pintos, and so congratulations to Alex. He'll probably be playing with a little extra zest after winning that. So Hall gets the carry for the Mustangs, gets through the first line of defense, and then taken down by Meisenheimer once again as the Mustangs make their way into California territory. They've got it at the 49 after a 5-yard run by Alex Meisenheimer, and that's going to bring up second down and 5.
Yeah, and so far it seems like Eldon, is not having a whole lot of trouble picking up chunk yards here.
Yeah, a few plays in there, getting it going. There's a quick snap. Parsons, the up man, takes the carry, and he takes the pile for 5 yards and a Mustang first down. And so we have our answer, although just 4 plays into Eldon's first offensive series, though. Looks like they'll keep the trend of handing the ball off, keeping it second and third and short. And really doesn't matter who's at quarterback position if you get your tailbacks running the football in chunks like the Mustangs have in the early going. So Tam under center again. Takes the snap, gonna give it to Hall. Hall waits for the hole to open, and he runs it across the 40 up to the 36-yard line. He's got 8 yards, gonna bring up second down and 2. Man, I'll tell you what, Hall has had a nice season for the Mustangs. He comes in averaging 4.8 yards a carry. He's got 270 yards on the season. One thing he hasn't done yet is find the end zone. Some tells me he may score his first touchdown tonight. Second and 2 now for the Stangs. Tam, it's to Parsons. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Kent Riley was there. Ends up making the tackle. That's number 40 for California. Nicholas Altoff with the stop. First down, though, on the give to Parsons and the Mustangs. Their third first down of this series already, and we've yet to see Tam with a pass attempt. I'm sure we'll see it at some point in time.
Are you sure you're sure?
I'm not sure, but and the hard count by Tam works wonders, and California jumps. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Well, if my memory serves me correct, Mr. Holtz, I believe a game here last year, I think we saw a grand total of 5 passes.
Yeah.
So, probably not going to be seeing an air attack anytime soon.
Yeah, not a ton. So on 1st and 5 now, Tam back under center. Gives it to Parsons. He rolls inside the 25 down about the 23 after a 5-yard gain. That's another Mustang first down. So first down and 10. Stopped by Garrett Berger, the sophomore for the Pintos. Of course, Garrett Berger was our player of the game in that Week 2 game against Mexico. He had himself a great ball game, and he looks to be a promising lineman for these Pintos for years to come. 1st and 10 now. Tam, the give to Hall on the misdirection, tries to get outside. Now forced back inside. Nice tackle on the play, forcing Hall back inside. There's Dawson Gump, another sophomore to keep an eye on. We called his name a lot a week ago, and we assume we'll keep calling Dawson's name. So you gotta love what you see here if you're Michael Gregg and the Pinto faithful here, because you've got all these freshmen and sophomores that are playing such big roles. Really sets up for an exciting year number 3 for Michael Gregg. Now, Parsons the carry. Modest gain on second down. Going to bring up 3rd and short. In on the stop for the Pintos. Lucas Ash with the stop for the Pintos.
And it seems like...
Yeah, these rosters are a little
sketch, man. It looks like Logan Hall's been getting the bulk of the carries tonight. And
this one goes to Parsons. Tries to bounce inside and taken down. This time Clayton Winkler with the stop, but that's enough for a first down. And Eldon now 1st and 10, or 1st and goal from the 9, and Eldon inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Our Case IH red zone alert. The Mustangs here the first time inside the red zone. California's got it at the 9-yard line. First and goal now. Tam, the give to Hall, trying to get outside, now forced back inside, and he's going to be taken down and upended Garrett Berger, the first one there. Alex Meisenheimer also in on the stop, along with Tucker Friedmeier. So just like that, second and goal now for the Mustangs, and California getting stingy here with their backs against the wall.
Yeah, it seems like the Eldon Mustangs really, really like running Logan Hall to the right side.
Yeah, and you're used to seeing Parsons off tackle up the left side, and you're right, Hall's been getting the bulk of the carries, and he's getting it to the right side. So second and goal now. Ball's at the 8.5-yard line. The give to Parsons. He lowers the head and into the end zone from 8 yards out, and Eldon answers after watching California take just 2 plays. They waste almost 5 minutes off the clock on that drive. They pick up 5 first downs, including the touchdown run, 8 yards by Parsons. And that's his 7th touchdown run of the season, Dave. And now they're an extra point away from tying the game.
And it appears they're going for 2.
Yeah, and they're going to have
a trick play, tricky.
Yeah, an interesting set here. They've got Parsons and Hall in the backfield all alone, and California wise not to move everyone over center. Direct snap to Parsons on the option. He keeps his head down. Nifty little play by Isaiah Parsons. Faked the pitch outside and takes it to the house for the 2-point conversion. And Eldon now leads by a score of 8-7, but both teams one possession. They score a touchdown, and with 6:50, looks like it's going to be a good one. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's September and a time for the season to begin its transitions. We're starting off the month with our Labor Day sale on Lazy Boy Furniture and Serta mattresses. As we transition into fall, Eldon Furniture's Fall Savings Event provides special values on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
Follow us on Facebook, visit us online, or in our comfortable showroom in downtown Eldon.
And we're back. Eldon Mustangs taking the lead on a trick 2-point play.
Yeah, and really, California had it defended well. It was just Parsons. He did a nice job on the option on the outside. He could have pitched it to Hall, faked the pitch. The California defender bit. So the short kick now, fielded out at the 27-yard line. Nifty set of moves by Pinto. That's number 25 up to the 37. Tyler Patterson, another freshman, the up man with the return, and that's going to give the Pintos good starting field position once again. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own 37, so we'll see if California can't keep this offense going. Took them just 2 plays to go 65 yards and score on their opening possession. And again, we see Kearns out of the shotgun with an empty backfield. Clean pocket, Kearns now into the flat, looking for Sloop, who hauls it in, but that's going to go for no gain on the play. Parker Dunham all over it for the Mustangs. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now after a no gain on the play.
That was a great tackle by Dunham. He kind of read the play. They had no chance to do anything.
Man, and Alex Kearns had pristine pocket to throw from. He had all day back there. Eventually had to just go to his check down, and Eldon was all over it. So Kearns now quarterback draw, takes the snap. He's up to the 40 now, back inside the 40 before regaining his field position. He's up to about the 41-yard line. We're going to give him 4 yards, going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, he was running around that corner. He saw big old number 66, Jonathan Schoenfield, and he said, Schoenfeld, he goes, I think I'll just keep on running around this guy.
Yeah, kind of reversed his field, but gains 4, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. This is the first time we've seen the Pintos face the 3rd down now. So Kearns out of the gun. Schloop fakes the handoff to him. He's going to call his own number, keeps his feet, but and the whistle was blown, but nice job on the play by the Eldon Mustangs. That was Nathaniel Wardenberg. But its forward progress was stopped after Curran's had a gain of about 3, maybe 4. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3, but you saw Wardenberg. He was hitting at the football. He did end up ripping it free, but not before the whistle blew. So 4th and 3, it'll be interesting to see if the Pintos elect to punt or if they want to roll the dice and go for it here. So 4th and 3.
By the looks of things, I'm guessing it's a punt.
Could be a fake. You never know at this point in the field. And now Michael Gregg didn't like what he's seen from the Eldon defense, so he burns a timeout. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
And welcome back to Lake TV, folks. And it has been back and forth game already here, just halfway through the opening quarter of play. California, they took their opening offensive series, 2 plays, 65 yards, and scored. And the Mustangs, they have a much more methodical, time-consuming drive, but they take it the length of the field and they score as well, and they're up 8-7 after converting on a 2-point conversion. In California now, they have it 4th and 3. They've got it at their own 43-yard line. And the punt is up and out of bounds. Looked like that was Gump with the punt. Actually, yeah, Dawson Gump, the sophomore, that went off the end of his foot, and that's going to give the Mustangs outstanding field position. So you got to like the way Coach Chad Holt's team responded to watching California score just 2 plays into the game. The crowd was loud. They had the momentum, and then that methodical drive by the Mustangs kind of quieted the crowd. Now they get a stop defensively, and they give it back to Colin Tam with excellent starting field position. It's going to be 1st and 10 from Eldon's 40-yard line. Tam is going to give it to Hall, and he is going to be taken down by Pickering. Stopped him at the line of scrimmage. Nathan Pickering, we're used to calling his name. He's used to making big-time plays, and that was another one by Pickering.
Yeah, he got his nose up in the backfield and had a great tackle for a loss there.
Actually, they're going to spot
no gain
at the line of scrimmage. As good of a loss. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Anytime you prevent the Mustangs from gaining 3 to 6 yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Win-win.
So 2nd down and 10 now. Tam takes the snap. He's going to give it to Parsons. Parsons with some room. He's up to midfield, and he's going to run over Dawson Gump, who makes this tackle, but that's going to be good for 11 yards as Eldon takes it into California territory.
And I got a score update. It is Hallsville 14, Blair Oaks 0.
Wow. Southern Boone also up 14-0 over Osage. And Booneville, they hold a slim 6-0 lead at Versailles with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Thank to California Activities Director Rick Edwards for those score updates. And that's a surprising score with Hallsville struggling this year. They're up 14-0 over the undefeated Falcons as Parsons takes the carry. He's got another 10 yards and another Mustang 1st down. Boy, that's surprising, Dave. Hallsville up 14-0 over Blair Oaks. You look at the conference, Hallsville just 1-4 on the season, but they're up early. Of course, 8 minutes still to go in the first quarter. We expect that score to look different later tonight, but that's an impressive start for Ty Harrison and his Hallsville Indians there against a very, very tough Falcon team. So Tam now in the play action, under pressure and taken down with the quarterback sack. Trevor Myers, the freshman. He came on the edge blitz, didn't bite on the play action. Colin Tam had no chance. By the time he set his feet, he was already being upended by the freshman, and that's going to be a loss of 7 to bring up 2nd down and 17.
Yeah, Myers got there so fast. He had no chance to even look downfield.
Yeah, you know, we weren't used to seeing Tam drop back and try to pass the ball. Well, the time he did, it was a big-time defensive play for the Pintos. So 2nd down and 10 now, or 17 now.
I'm not sure if it was the left tackle.
I think it's going to be.
I'm not sure if it was on Eldon.
It's going to be against California. They jumped, and the hard count once again works for Tam. That's the second time tonight already here in the first quarter of play. We've seen California jump on the hard count.
Yeah, and Eldon doesn't usually need a whole lot of help as far as moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You get the quarterback sack, you back up the Mustangs, and then you give them that free 5 yards. Not what Coach Gregg wanted to see from his line. 2nd and 12. Now it's Parsons all over him at the line of scrimmage as Trevor Myers once again. Myers, he had the sack on the play before, and he was all over it. And Myers is a big kid. He doesn't look like a freshman out there. And I'll tell you what, he's going to have a promising future here under Coach Michael Gregg in this California Pinto program. Only a freshman, and he plays big week in and week out, and we've seen it so far throughout the season.
And Myers held on. He was dragged a couple yards, but he wasn't giving up on that play.
No doubt. So 3rd and 7 now. Tam, the give to Hall. He's running to the right, contained initially by the Pintos, and then a shoestring tackle on the play. Looked like Meisenheimer in on the stop.
And what do you know, Hall on the right side again.
And actually Ash with the stop, Lucas Ash. He had a shoestring grab, going to bring up 4th down and 4 for the Mustangs. And this is typically go for it territory for Coach Chad Holt and the Mustangs. Of course, new quarterback, but same game plan. 4th and 4, Tam under center. Going to give it to Parsons. He lowers his head. He's got the first down across the 25 up to about the 24-yard line as they get near the Case IH red zone or Crown Power and Equipment red zone. But first down on the Parsons carry. And boy, California had a chance to give it right back to their offense.
Yeah, you know, like we've mentioned before, Eldon's strength is those, you know, mid-range runs, you know, anywhere around 5 to 7 yards. They are a really tough team.
So 1st and 10 now, Tam back under center. He's going to keep it this time on the naked boot. He's trying to get outside, and he will. Inside the 10 and to the house, and Colin Tam, his first touchdown as a varsity quarterback, comes from 25 yards out and gives the Mustangs a 14-7 lead. As we've got 1:24 left in the first, but what a play. He's rocked the defense to sleep all night with that handoff, that misdirection play, and for the first time tonight, Tam keeps it. He made the first guy miss with some great blocking by his wide receiver, and the rest was all Tam to the tune of 25 yards. And Eldon, they extend their lead. They're now up 14-12, and they'll attempt the 2-point conversion again. Parsons this time again, and he is gonna, oh, they say he got it. Looked like he was stonewalled, but he did cross the plane with the tip of the football. So Eldon found themselves behind early 7-0. They've scored the last 16 points. They lead 16-7 with 1:24 left in the first. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
And we're back in California, Missouri. We're at Riley Field, home of the California Pintos. And the Pintos, a promising start to tonight's game, but it's been all Eldon here the last couple possessions. Eldon set to kick now. And another illegal procedure by Eldon, and that is not going to make Coach Chad Holt happy. That's going to be 1st and 10 California at the 35-yard line. Now, Dave, I know it's early, but with the start California got off to, the crowd was all into it. They were in control of the game early. Eldon answered and then got a stop defensively, and they marched down the field, and Tam punches it in, and now if California gives it right back to Eldon, this one could get ugly quick. So this is a very, very big drive for Alex Kearns and his California Pintos. You definitely want to get a couple of first downs, change field position, keep your defense fresh, and I believe that's a task that Alex Kearns can handle.
Yeah, and I think all the momentum that they had after that first drive has gone away, so they're going to have to recreate and regain that momentum.
Ooh, and Kearns.
And that's not going to help.
He does get a couple yards on the carry. Schoenfield slams him to the turf, it looks like, or Jacob Krantz, rather, with the tackle after a gain of 2. And that was going to be a bubble screen outside to Meisenheimer, but Eldon covered it well. Currens had no option but to tuck, and at that point in time, the pocket had collapsed. He had little room to work with. They're lucky he got positive yardage. So 2nd and 8 now. Ball's at the 37-yard line. Empty backfield for Currens. Takes the snap. It's going to be a draw. He tucks and runs the left side. Lowers his head and modest gain, and what a hit on Currens. I'm not sure what Mustang it was. That was Isaiah Parsons on the defensive side this time, and boy, a malicious throwdown of Currens. Gonna bring up 3rd down and 5. Currens was able to pick up a couple of yards there and make it a more manageable 3rd down, but boy, Parsons, nice tackle.
That wasn't a tackle. That was a body slam.
That was an assault, brother. So 3rd and 6 now. Currens out of the gun, and we've got a whistle. And California, they burn their 2nd timeout. We'll take a short commercial break with 14 seconds left in the 1st quarter. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
Chances are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back. And we're back. The California Pintos will be having the ball here on a 3rd down and about 6 yards to go.
Yeah, they're going to be out of the shotgun here, Dave. Currens, he has Schloop in the backfield with him. Actually, Kruger, he's going to keep it on the option. Now he throws it. Kruger runs under. He's got some room now. Across the 45. Stiff arms a man and taken down by Parker Dunham, who was holding on for dear life. He has 7 yards and a 1st down, and boy, I'll tell you what, Currens did a great job of waiting just long enough and making a great pitch as he was getting drilled. And Kruger, now we're used to seeing this freshman do it all, and he's another exciting player under the direction of Coach Michael Gregg. And I'm telling you what, Dave, so many freshmen and sophomore, this is going to be a special team for the next couple of years. So that's going to conclude our 1st quarter of play after 1. Eldon leads 16-7, but California driving. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Zacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lake TV's coverage of high school football all season long, starting at 6:40 each Friday night. Make sure you catch the replays every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock. Now California, they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Currens, he's going to air one out. He's got Meisenheimer looking for him, and able to haul it in, and Meisenheimer never really able to spot it initially, but he was wide open, and Currens put a great ball on him, and Meisenheimer just not able to make the play, so 2nd down and 10 now.
And Logan Hall was right there with him. He was the shadow.
Yeah, that's a play Meisenheimer wants to make for his quarterback. Opportunity missed for the Pintos. It's 2nd down and 10. Boy, I'll tell you what, Currens, he can throw the ball.
Yeah, he can, and if you give him a little bit of time and to look downfield, I mean, I think it's something that they could
Oh, he had him wide open. He's got Kruger now, who
Great
keeps working
run after the
upfield
catch.
up to the 36-yard line. Second effort, we'll give him 11 yards, actually 17 yards, all the way down to the 36-yard line. Nice catch and run by the freshman. So we have another score update, of course. For those of you who are shocked to hear Hallsville out in front over the Falcons 14-0, well, Blair Oaks came storming back. They've tied it at 14 as we conclude the first quarter of play there. Schloop with the carry. No, Kearns keeps it, calls his own number, and the ball is out. I think Eldon has it. We'll wait for the call, and the Mustangs do. A fumble and falling on it, number 57 for the Mustangs, and that is bone-breaking for the Pintos. Number 57, Caden Dillon, the senior. Johnny on the spot takes advantage of the loose football, and Eldon takes back over. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. And boy, that series showed some serious opportunity and chances for the Pintos. You had the long ball not able to be hauled in by Meisenheimer, and then the turnover in Eldon territory. California couldn't afford to see that happen. So now it looks like Eldon's going to be forced to burn a timeout. We're going to stay right here with you. So, Dave, boy, California, they had their chances on that possession.
Yeah, they did. They had actually a lot going. As you said, we don't want the Eldon Mustangs run away with this game. We really need the Pintos defense to kind of step up here and, create something for the offense here.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Dave, they were moving the football very, very well. They even had it in Eldon territory, and it was going to be close to another first down for California on the Kearns carry, but somehow he fumbled the football, and Eldon rather, they fall on it and unable to keep the football as California, and that's just a couple of opportunities missed, and California could be kicking themselves later, but they're still in this. They want to continue to play hard-nosed football and see if they can't stop Eldon and give the football back to the offense. But boy, I know if you're Coach Michael Gregg, you've got to be chomping the bit over there. You got to be kicking yourself. That was an opportunity to get right back in the game. I mean, they were driving the football, but it's over, so we got to move on. Now 1st and 10. Eldon has it. Tam under center. The give to Parsons. He cuts back across the line of scrimmage, and Parsons, hard guy to tackle. He carries a handful of Pinto defenders, 11 yards, and another Mustang first down.
I think that is a typical Isaiah Parsons run. If you see a highlight film of him, it's that run almost over and over and over and over again.
You'll get this, but what NFL running back does he remind you of?
Well, which era, but I always say Mike Allstott.
I don't know. I'm thinking beast mode.
Well.
Just
I think
so
Allstott
hard.
was a beast mode before beast mode.
All right.
But I'm a Purdue fan, so anyway.
Hall now trying to get outside. He lowers the head. We do have a flag thrown on the near sideline, so we'll wait to see what the call is. That's going to be a 14-yard carry on the play by Hall, but we'll wait to see the call. Probably going to be a hold against the Mustangs. It will be. And it looked like the receiver out here near the sideline was either holding or pushing the defender in the back, so that's going to negate a big-time run for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and at the end of that play, if you guys noticed, number 11, Caleb Kieran, went in for the tackle, and he actually took the brunt of the force there.
Yeah, we've got a score update for those of you paying attention to the Ozark Conference. 4-1 Camden Lakers playing rival 4-1 Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Lebanon in front 14-0 in the early going in that one. We'll keep you posted on that. We need Coach Shore's team to pull it together and get a W. Boy, I'll tell you what, Camden having a very good season thus far. Hopefully they get that turned around. So 1st and 15 now after the hold. It's going to be another run for Colin Tam, and he's going to be sandwiched between a couple of Pintos, but he does have 7 yards.
Let me say it, Will. We haven't said it tonight. One of my favorite names in the Tri-County Conference. Tackle made by number 74, Emmanuel Ahinacho.
Emmanuel Ahinacho with the stop. Yeah, we love saying that, and it doesn't typically take a quarter plus to say that.
No, not typically.
Ahinacho in on the stop there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8 now as Parsons gets the 2nd down carry, and Meisenheimer holding on for dear life makes the tackle after a modest gain on 2nd down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
And speaking of nachos, one of the California Pintos students that are up here in the booth made a mistake by leaving 2 orders of nachos around our one and only Ross Reinhardt.
Well, he paid the price dearly. Ross is still wiping cheese off his gullet over there. So 3rd down and 6 now. California, they need a stop in a bad way. Tam, the give to Parsons. Lowers his head and taken down, and the Pinto defense holds strong. First guy there, number 33 on the stop.
So beast mode at it again.
Myers,
another
the
3
freshman,
yards.
once again. That's going to bring up 4th and a long 2. So I'm sure Eldon going to go for it here. But if you're California, find a way to stack the box, spot the football, and make a stop because your team needs it in a bad way. 4th and 2. Tam, the give to Parsons, and he will be stopped. Pushed back by the line.
What a play.
The Pinto D, and that is a big-time stop, and California holds defensively.
Big
Their offense.
time. Stop, Will.
Offense gets it back in Eldon territory. They're going to get it 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. And boy, that was a big-time stop when the Pintos needed it most.
Only down 11, 8:56 to go in the second quarter. Nice little drive here, put some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of time, and this is a team that took just 33 seconds and 2 plays to score in their opening possession, so they know they can score in a hurry. What a pocket.
Wow.
Now being flushed is Currens. Lowers his head. He's going to have positive yardage up to about the 38-yard line. Once again, the offensive line for California giving Currens all day long back there. Great job protecting their quarterback by the Pinto line. And Currens finally decides to run with it. He's got 8 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 2.
Well, and thus far, partner, we haven't really seen the Eldon defense been spread out like this at all this season.
Right.
So it's kind of an adjustment that the Eldon Mustangs has to make tonight.
Absolutely. Kruger out of the slot takes the carry on the sweep, and Kalen Kruger going to be stopped. Nice play by Logan Hall.
Moving the chains.
That's going to be 1st down, and nice job. I'll tell you what, this is a kid I want you to pay attention to the rest of this year and moving forward. Kalen Kruger is an absolute specimen for the Pintos, and he's not alone. You talk about Myers, you talk about Ash. They have so many underclassmen that are making big plays against big-time Tri-County competition, and Kruger may be my favorite of those freshmen. So 1st and 10 now. California has it at the Eldon 37-yard line. The give goes to Ash. He's going to take it forward. He's down to about the 35-yard line.
So I have to say it. It's on my mind. I have a very small filter, but is Kruger going to be a nightmare for the Mustangs tonight?
Boy, I see what you did there. So close to Halloween. I see what you did there.
Ross Reinhardt's even walking out on that one.
Alan shaking his head. Rick's got the signature Rick Edwards grin that I won't add the first part to. Bob doesn't know what to think over here. You've left us speechless, partner.
Once again.
2nd down and 8. Kruger with the carry. And Eldon, they contain Kruger on this one to answer your question. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 now. Boy, Dave, I'll tell you what, you have gotten very witty over the last couple weeks. I'll see what you come up with the rest of the season because you certainly...
It's always been there, Will. It's just sometimes I can't get a word in edgewise.
That's true. Boy, I'll tell you what, the segment with Ross might be a lot longer tonight. You keep it up. 3rd down and 7 now for the Pintos. Currens, clean pocket. He's looking for his man. Had 2 guys wide open. Overshoots Winkler. He had him there, and just a little too much mustard. He also had Meisenheimer up the seam wide open. Just overshoots his would-be receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down and 8. But, Dave, what we've seen is when they try to air it out, they're having no problems creating separation, that being the receivers of California.
And protection, most importantly.
Right, and the offensive line giving Currens a lot of time. We might see them throw the football a little more because he's gotten a clean pocket, and these receivers have lots of separation.
Big 4th down.
4th down and 8. Out of the gun is Currens. He's looking to the left. Quick pass. Got his man. Big time play. All the way down to the 14-yard line. That's a 21-yard gain. Caden Dillon with the stop. But Joseph Menchaca.
Let me try that.
Menchaca with the reception. He has it all the way down to the 16. We'll give him 19 yards and a big California first down on 4th and 8. And I'll tell you what, great play call by Michael Gregg. Eldon was playing soft. Give it to the big guy. Let him go to work. And he did just that in California. They have it inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. The Case IH red zone alert. Here as California has it 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Curran's going to call his own number, trying to get outside, now cuts back inside, stays on his feet. It takes a slew of Mustangs to get him down. Krantz finally does, but not until Curran's has 6 yards. We'll give him 5, actually. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5, but look at the blocking up front by California. They've really controlled that point of attack offensively tonight. We talked about the time that Curran's has had in the pocket, but how about these running lanes for these Pinto rushers?
Good point. He was following his blockers and made a couple of the right cuts.
Something to note, Alex Meisenheimer now on the near sideline without his helmet. I don't know if he got shaken up. We'll keep you updated on that. Curran's now calls his own number. That was a disaster from the start, and Curran's goes down in the backfield right at that initial line of scrimmage. That goes for a loss of 4. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. And much to the dismay of a couple California Pinto fans, they expressed their displeasure with that one.
Yeah, and here we go. Another 3rd and long.
Boy, interesting. And Meisenheimer now checks back in, so maybe he just needed a drink. So on 3rd and long here, surprised we haven't seen a few more pass attempts on the edge because these Pinto receivers have gotten the separation. Look for Meisenheimer here. Bottom of your screen, he's got single coverage down here. Let's see. It's going to be on the slant. It's Meisenheimer inside the 5 to the house. Touchdown. Exactly what I thought they should do from 16 yards out. Alex Currens to Alex Meisenheimer. And that is a very popular hookup for the Pinto faithful. And California, they're back within 3. It's 16-13 with 4:58 left in the first half.
What a call, partner. What a call.
I mean, you've got a receiver with that size and a quarterback who can deliver the football in a clean pocket. You got to let him throw the football. And Meisenheimer, single coverage, no siree. He runs the quick slant. Currens delivers a strike 16 yards later.
Easy
California right back in it.
Easy pitch and catch.
So Kruger now takes the sweep, tries to get in for the 2-point conversion. He makes Logan Hall miss, and just like that, we have a ball game. California right back in it. It's Eldon 16, the Pintos 15 on the 2018 California Pintos homecoming night at Riley Field. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Welcome to Burger's Smokehouse. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Burger's Smokehouse invites everyone to come and visit our unique visitor center. See all the amazing museum-quality displays highlighting the seasons of the Ozarks and learn about meat curing and the history of Burger's Smokehouse. Peruse our factory country store where we offer the largest selection of cured and smoked meats found anywhere. While you're here, grab a smoked meat sandwich and enjoy our video tour in the Good Old Days Theater to see how we produce our famous products. Our 4-generation family business has combined time-tested curing traditions with modern meat processing innovations to become the largest specialty cured and smoked meat processor in the nation. Burger Smokehouse is nestled deep in the rolling Ozark Hills near California, Missouri, just 20 miles north of Eldon on Highway 87. We're just a short drive from anywhere in the lake area. Just follow the road signs to Burger's Smokehouse. You can find our products in grocery stores throughout the lake area. Visit our website at smokehouse.com. Burger's Smokehouse, your trusted provider of cured and smoked meat since 1952.
Welcome back, and just in time to see the football blow off the tee. So we'll line back up and try it again. We have a score update here brought to you by Rick Edwards. And I'll tell you, we saw that Blair Oaks score. They were down 14-0. Ty Harrison's Hallsville team got up early while Blair Oaks came storming back. They now lead 27-14 in the first half of that one. That one fielded at the 25 by Logan Hall.
Woo!
Actually number 20 in the California. Great coverage on the play. The Mustang there, Nathan Wardenberg again. And California's special teams now getting it going. Eldon has it 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And again, we're seeing another slam tackle there. That's one way to get a ball carrier down.
And a score update. Osage just got safetied. They're now down 23-0 against Southern Boone. So Osage continue to struggle. We'll see them next week as Versailles plays at Osage, and Osage is homecoming next week. But I'll tell you what, Osage was 2-1. They've lost 2 in a row. They look like they're going to be well on their way to their 3rd consecutive loss tonight. Southern Boone up 23-0 right now. And Logan Hall, meanwhile, here in California, he took the first down carry 9 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Tam, the give to Parsons. He's got the first down and them some. He works his way across midfield, and that's going to be another first down for Eldon. They've got it inside California territory. It's marked officially at the 49-yard line.
And again, another tough run by Parsons. Right up the middle. That's his bread and butter.
So 1st and 10 now, Wardenburg. Wide receiver lined up bottom of your screen here. Tam, the give, that's Hall once again trying to get outside, and he will. He's got all kinds of room inside the 20, and finally taken down from behind by Garrett Berger at the 14-yard line. We're going to give him 35 yards and a Mustang first down. Berger with the touchdown-saving tackle, but Eldon back in the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. This is your Case IH red zone alert as the Mustangs have it 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Hall very patient on that run. They give to Parsons, big hole, tries to get outside. He will inside the 5, and he's going to be taken down at the 1 after a gain of 13. That's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Mustangs with 3:36 left in the first half.
And Parsons just threw an excellent stiff arm at the defender there to pick up the near touchdown.
No doubt. So 1st and goal now, Mustangs. They've got it inside the 1.
I'm calling it, partner. Parsons dive left.
And you called it
that
correctly.
was Hall, I think. That was Hall.
That was Parsons. Right up the middle for the touchdown, and you called it right to the left side.
Oh, yeah.
So with 3:18 left, Eldon extends their lead. They're up 22-15 with 3:18 left. On the bright side for the Pentos, they're going to have time to try to score before the break. And Eldon with a 7-point lead. We'll see if they attempt the extra point. Or no, they're going for the juggernaut. They're trying to make it a 2-score game. They're going to try the 2-point conversion. This is a big one, folks. Tam, the give to Hall. He's got the 2-point conversion on the right side, and Eldon makes it a 2-score game. They lead 24-15 with 3:18 left in the first half. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
And we're back. We got Eldon Mustangs kicking off.
This time looks like it might stay in. Field it at about the 15-yard line. Sloop now trying to work back across. He does, still on his feet, and works his way up to the 29-yard line before being taken down. And California has it 1st and 10 at the 29. They've got 3:10 left in the half and a timeout in their pocket to work with. And they've got about 71 yards between them and a score. And I tell you what, if they could score before the half, that would do this team wonders going into the break.
Yes, and even more importantly, that they're going to be on defense at the start of the second half. So a score here would be quite a boost. He's going deep.
Overshoots Gump this time.
He's got him there, Will. He's just overthrown him. He's got a, beautiful ball he throws too.
Yeah, just overshooting his targets here. The one play we saw him deliver a strike, the receiver didn't make the play. So although California's off in their passing game right now, the opportunity's there. And I think by the end of this one, you're going to see Kearns connect on some long ones because the Mustang defense has shown a weakness in the secondary.
Yeah, if you keep trying, he's going to connect on one of those eventually.
Well, Eldon not a defense that really plays a lot of coverage. He's got him again here, open, in and out of the hands once again. It's Tristan Hess. I thought it was Menchaca, but there's two 28s. Tristan Hess in and out of his hands. He also had Winkler open, and Eldon, I mean, they're playing some really soft coverage. If you're Kearns here, you need to communicate with your wide receivers to just run a couple of hitch routes at the sticks, because once you get past the linebacker or the cornerback, they're playing soft coverage, expecting help over the top, but they're only playing two strong safeties. So really, there's a lot of open area for the quarterback to fit the football. See if he can exploit the defense. Kearns going to keep it now. Works back across the field, across the 40, lowering the boom, and Kearns up to the 44-yard line. He has 15 yards and a big first down for California.
That was a great run by Kearns.
And after that carry, he goes over the century-yard mark already. He's got 105 yards and a score on the ground, and he's already thrown a touchdown as well. So when we thought that the California Pintos might welcome back their starting quarterback, they've done so in a big way. Parsons, he has 48 yards on the ground, 98 yards. Sorry, I misread the note from our head production assistant. So 98 yards on the ground, and here is the man, Kruger. He's up to about the 47-yard line as he makes his way inside of Eldon territory. He's got 7 yards, and Kruger, just like you thought he might, terrorizing this Mustang defense.
Oh, he already has scored a 2-point conversion.
So 2nd down and 1 now. California over 2 minutes and a timeout to work with. You don't want to score too quickly here, partner, and give the Mustangs time. But I guess if you're California, the score is the first concern.
Absolutely.
Kruger gets the carry, kind of hesitates, keeps going forward. He's got 6 yards and another first down as he's up to the 41-yard line of Eldon. And how about this Pinto offense tonight? They look very, very good. They've already got 15 points, and they should have more than that.
I'll tell you what I'm impressed about so far is Parsons' ability just to remain calm and cool out there. Nothing's too fast for him. He's just taking his time and doing what he's practiced.
Kearns now to throw. Looking towards his left. Looking for Alex Meisenheimer. Overshoots him, and Logan Hall with the interception. He's got some green. He's across the 30. Still on his feet to the 35, down to the 40. And Kearns overshoots his intended target once again. He had Meisenheimer, and Logan Hall makes the pick, and a great return. And Eldon has it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. What'd you see there, partner?
I saw another errant pass by Kearns.
So 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. They've got it with great field position. They've got 1:23 on the clock, and Eldon 2 timeouts to work with. If they could extend this lead before the break, they'd be more than happy to do so. The pitch goes outside, now back inside, and California, nice job staying home.
Got a new runner.
The ball carrier there for Eldon, number 2, that's Trenton Phillips. We saw him a couple weeks ago get a handful of carries in that one against Southern Boone. He has a 2-yard carry, going to bring up 2nd down and 8 now with a minute remaining in the half. And we're going to see a flag. Offsides, it looks like, on California. So the clock stops at a minute to play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 3 now for the Mustangs as they get closer to midfield with the penalty yardage. And a minute to go. It's very realistic to think the Mustangs could extend this lead. They have a 9-point lead as they lead 24-15, and they're going to get the kickoff to start the second half.
So if you're Eldon here, I mean, you don't really have a whole lot to lose, but it appears that they're going to play it safe. Wow.
Pickering there to stop Hall behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be a 3-yard loss, and surprised California didn't elect to call that last time out and try to give their offense another shot, but maybe Coach Michael Gregg not going to press the issue and going to be satisfied to go into the break down 9. Tell you what, it's a ball game right now. Eldon has it 3rd and 6 at the 44-yard line. Tam drops back. He's going to throw, looking for Parker Dunham in the air and almost caught. Gump had a shot. Dunham had a shot, and then falls harmlessly to the turf. Now, the official is indicating it's going to be a hold. I think they're going to get Gump. He did grab the jersey of Dunham as the ball was in the air, and I think that's who they're going to get. So that's going to be, they're going to call pass interference, and that should be a first down for Eldon.
And that's why you throw deep, because you always have that opportunity to have the defense make a mistake.
Southern Boone all over Osage. They've safetied them in the first half, and they lead 30-0 with a minute 44 left in the second quarter.
What is going on with Southern Boone?
And I don't know what's going on with Coach Devin Johnson and the Indians, but they have been getting blanketed by some good teams. Don't get me wrong. You know, you've got Boonville, Blair Oaks, Southern Boone in this Tri-County Conference, but Osage, they have been getting rolled over the last few weeks. So 1st and 10 from the 40. A little shuffle pass to Parsons. He's across the 40. He's got some room. He's inside the 30, inside the 20. He's all the way down to the 16-yard line. They're going to say 15-yard line. We're going to give him 25 yards on the pass and run as Parsons catches the shuffle pass, and he's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And with 3.4 seconds left, Eldon going to have a shot to either try a long field goal here, or they'll get to take a shot into the end zone.
And so they're going to take a timeout and discuss it, which is a wise decision. You got a timeout for 3.4 seconds to go. Why not?
It's at the 15-yard line, and so it's going to be 7.5 yards back on the snap. So you're looking at about a 37 or 38-yard field goal. And Eldon, you know, when they had Levi Shin a couple of years ago, he could hit from almost 50. Backup kicker at Missouri State for his season, the Eldon graduate, and they don't have him anymore. And as we see Eldon typically go for 2, that would lead you to believe their kicking game is not one they're real confident in. So with it at the 15, I bet they take a shot here. We're going to get an opportunity to see Colin Tam's arm here, as he'll have to throw it into the end zone. California comes out. We look to see them play some kind of safe defense here. Protect the end zone. Single coverage on Parker Dunham on the outside. Tam's going to roll to his right. Throw back now. That is incomplete. Knocked down by number 40 for California. He was looking for Logan Hall. Nicholas Altoff with the coverage and the deflection. So that's going to end our first half of play. And after one half, it's Eldon out in front, 24. California, 15. We've got our halftime show presented by Kwik Car. When we come back, don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
Welcome to Burger's Smokehouse. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Burger's Smokehouse invites everyone to come and visit our unique visitor center. See all the amazing museum-quality displays highlighting the seasons of the Ozarks and learn about meat curing and the history of Burger's Smokehouse. Peruse our factory country store where we offer the largest selection of cured and smoked meats found anywhere. While you're here, grab a smoked meat sandwich and enjoy our video tour in the Good Old Days Theater to see how we produce our famous products. Our 4-generation family business has combined time-tested curing traditions with modern meat processing innovations to become the largest specialty cured and smoked meat processor in the nation. Burger's Smokehouse is nestled deep in the rolling Ozark Hills near California, Missouri, just 20 miles north of Eldon on Highway 87. We're just a short drive from anywhere in the lake area. Just follow the road signs to Burger's Smokehouse. You can find our products in grocery stores throughout the lake area. Visit our website at smokehouse.com. Burger's Smokehouse, your trusted provider of cured and smoked meat since 1952.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
Chances are Restaurant and Lounge in Lori is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Lori, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
chances are you'll be back!
It's time for the Kwik Car Halftime Show. Here's William and Dave.
And this year halftime show presented by Kwik Car, and it was an entertaining first half from the very first offensive series that saw California take it 2 plays, 65 yards, both of which was Alex Curran's, and it looked like California was well on their way.
Yes, until Eldon got the ball, and then just methodically marched down the field and just took all that momentum away. And California ever since has been trying to get that momentum back, and perhaps here in the second half, Currens can rally the team and get them going again.
Story of the first half, got to be the 2 turnovers. You had the fumble as California was driving, and then right before the half, of course, Eldon got it back with about a minute and a half and was unable to score, but California had it and got it intercepted. Those 2 turnovers, really the difference in this game so far. But we saw Alex Currens overthrow 4 or 5 throws tonight. We saw a drop pass tonight. So California just not really clicking in the offensive game plan when it comes to passing the ball, but rushing the football. They're picking up yardage in chunks.
Yeah, but they they really need to get some sort of cohesion on offense, because they're not really sticking with anything in particular. Yeah, every once in a while they're going with the long ball, they're trying the long pass, but they're not consistently going at the Eldon defense.
And it's been there. Wouldn't you think in this second half that if you're Coach Michael Gregg, you put Currens out of the shotgun and you just let these receivers create space and just throw the football until Eldon shows you they can stop you? Because up to this point in time, it doesn't look like they can.
The only problem is Alex Currens hasn't been very accurate with the football tonight. And he has completed one pass to the Eldon Mustangs, so that has to be on the coach's mind at halftime. But again, it's there. We see it. I'm sure everyone else see it. The coaches see it. So hopefully in the second half, we'll see a little bit more of throwing the football for the California Pintos.
And how about that 4th and 8 that they threw to the big number 28 that he ran 19 yards? I like those. If they're going to play soft coverage, quick bubble screen your wide receiver, and then, heck, he's going to get 8 to 10 yards, and then if he makes the first guy miss, it could be a much bigger gain at that point in time. If I'm California, I'm throwing the football a lot more in the first half. What do you think about Owen Tam's first half as the starting quarterback for the Mustangs?
Steady. I think he was steady, and I think that in the beginning, I think that the coaches weren't calling his name to run. They were just having him hand the ball off and get comfortable. And then once he did, we saw him run for that first touchdown of his varsity career. So we know he can. We know he can run, but really he's just handing the ball off to a couple of his big guys, and they're really doing the load as far as rushing tonight.
Yeah. Isaiah Parsons, he has 98 yards in the first half on the ground. Tam has 21 yards on 3 carries, including the touchdown, which was a 25-yarder. Of course, he's only got 21 yards because negative yards on a couple other rushes for those of you paying close attention. But you talk about Eldon. I mean, Logan Hall, he's had a big game, a lot of big carries for him, and you touched on it. Seems like when he gets the carry, it's going to be to the right side. So if you're California, can you start zeroing in on that defensively?
You would think so, but the way Eldon's offense is, if you overreact to the right side with Tam, they're going to have Parsons hit you on the opposite side or up the gut. So let's pick your poison really with this offense.
I told you about talking with Alex Currens this week, and he said, Will, we're better than an 0-5 team. And with the sense of urgency they play with in the first half, take away a couple of the turnovers and the overthrows, California has dominated the Eldon defense. They really have. They've moved the football very, very well. It's those 2 turnovers and the overthrows. He's overthrown to wide open guys. And so those are big overthrows.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If it wasn't for some mental mistakes by the Pinto offense, perhaps we'll have a different score.
Sorry, I hear the music. I get excited. The cheerleaders dancing now at midfield. This is your halftime show presented by Kwik Car, and we've got an exciting second half left. Now, one part of halftime, we started the Big Surf touchdown trivia ticket giveaway. We ask a trivia question.
Say that again. What'd you say?
Each week, the Big Surf touchdown trivia ticket or touchdown ticket trivia giveaway. Anyway, presented by Big Surf, this week's question is, when's the last time the California Pintos beat the Eldon Mustangs? Now, for those of you watching, that question on the screen, you have to message us on Facebook your answer. If you get the correct answer, you're in the drawing. Monday morning, we take all the correct answers we got on our inbox, and we randomize those, and one winner gets 4 all-day surfer passes to Big Surf for the 2019 season. That carries a $160 value. So if you think you know the correct answer to win the last time the California Pintos beat the Eldon Mustangs, go to LAKETV's Facebook page, shoot us a message, and if you're correct, you're going to automatically be entered into that drawing. Dave?
Can I add one more thing? Let's throw in there, not necessary, just bonus points, where the game was played and what date.
Okay, so if you know the date, the location, the score, who the head coach for each team was, what I was doing that night, if you can know all that.
No one wants to know what he was doing that night. Trust me.
Probably high school football last time
I'm
that
sure
happened.
Studying in your room. Your
I don't
number
know.
2 pencil.
It's been a while, I think, so I'm not sure if we would have been calling high school football or not. I know it's been a little bit since California has beat Eldon. I don't know the answer. Our research guys are going to have to find out. But if you think you know the answer, message our Facebook page your answer, and if you're correct, you'll be entered to win 4 all-day surfer passes
Or
to
call
Big Surf.
Will on his cell phone. His cell phone number is... I'm just kidding.
You're a mess, Dave. That's Dave Glendenning, this your halftime show presented by Kwik Car. We'll be right back after this.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Welcome back to the start of tonight's second half here as the California Pintos taking part in the 2018 annual homecoming festivities today. We saw the Queen and King crown before tonight's game, and of course the parade took place. We saw the floats lined up outside the fence, and California in their annual homecoming game got some work to do. They find themselves down 24-15, and they're going to give the ball right back to Eldon to start this half. End over end kick fielded by Logan Hall at about this 23-yard line. Makes one guy miss, now trying to get outside, and he will, still on his feet before being tripped up at his 33-yard line. Taken down by Emmanuel Inacho with a stop. Inacho. That's right.
Yep. I'm not going to say what I said last year until I maybe say it later.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Dollar says, yes, you will. I know you better than you think I do. All right. First down and 10 now. Eldon, their first series of the second half. Parsons with the give. Right there, big Kent Riley takes him down. The line of scrimmage going to bring up second down and 10.
Who made that tackle?
Emmanuel Inacho with the stop. I don't know why I said Kent Riley. Brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, rare no gain for the Mustangs on that last play, thanks to Inacho. Around the corner.
Logan Hall tripped up. Winkler with the first down saving tackle, but 8.5, 9 yards by Hall. Going to bring up third down and a long one.
Once Hall gets that ball in his hands, he's running on a mission. He is going as fast as he can.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit for the play to develop. As you see, once he gets it, he's very, very patient, letting the blocks develop. So third and short now. Tam, the give to Parsons. He's got first down yardage and then some. Drives it inside the California 45 down to the 44-yard line. He's got 10 yards and a big-time Mustang first down as they move it inside of California territory.
Not the way the Pintos wanted to start off here by letting them just roll over them for another set of first downs.
Yeah, it's a fresh set of downs. They've got it to 44 now. Tam under center takes the snap. He's going to give it to Parsons, who shakes off the tackle of Inacho.
Yeah.
And then Alex Meisenheimer. How you doing? Slams Parsons to the ground. That goes for a loss of 2. Going to bring up second down and 12.
Meisenheimer with the stick.
Some of these names by these Pinto players. Inacho, Meisenheimer. Boy, fun to say.
Well, it's like that Key and Peele skit about the football players' last names.
That's something else.
Yeah. Look it up on YouTube, kids.
And again, Parsons is stuffed at the line. Tristan Hess looks to be the first player there. Going to bring up third down and long for the Mustangs, and it's exactly what California's defense wanted to see.
Very, very unusual situation for the Eldon Mustangs.
Yeah, third and long.
Yeah.
Probably going to run the ball, try to get 5 or 6 here, and then do the same thing on fourth down. Tam under center. Logan Hall, your lone receiver, bottom of your screen. The carries to Parsons, and he's going to be corralled after just a couple of yards, maybe 4. Going to bring up 4th down and 7 or 8 now, and now it's decision time for Coach Chad Holt.
So they just follow their MO and just go for it again on 4th down here? I say why not?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you run. It's 4th and 8. I'm not sure you try to run the football.
But they've done it in the past, though. They've had 4th and 8s and converted
they
with
did
a run.
Earlier tonight have a 4th and 5 and run for a 1st down, and we've seen them convert rushing the football on 4th down. Now they are lined up to punt. Logan Hall in to do the punting duties as Dawson Brandt typically does, the starting quarterback who's injured tonight. Good snap, the kick off the side of the foot, and very good kick that bounces out inside the 5-yard line. That's going to go for 29 yards. Officially, coffin corner kick.
Man, I wanted to say that.
Freddy Krueger, coffin corner. You've got death on the line, buddy.
Halloween's on the brain, boys and girls.
What are you going to be this year for Halloween, David?
I always dress up as myself. It's the scariest thing I know.
That is frightening indeed. I think I was going to dress up like Dave Glendenning this year.
Nope, I already got the costume.
Well, I know where you keep your outfits, and I'm going to get me one for Halloween, whether you like it or not.
Okay, good luck with that.
Be wearing Chuck Taylors. So Curran's now backed up inside his 5. Calls his own number on the delayed draw, trying to get outside. Now he will. He's got some yardage across the 20 and pushed down at the 21-yard line. He's got 15 yards and a big 1st down.
I'll tell you what, I like Alex Curran's running the ball, boy. He gets the ball and he kind of tricks the defender into coming into him, and he just puts on a little juke move and right around him.
Yeah, he did a really nice job as the defensive end for the Mustangs came off the edge. He beat him to the edge, and as the corner came into the play, he sharp cut upfield and then got outside again, and to the tune of 21 yards and a big 1st down here. Sorry, 16 yards. They've got it at the 21. Curran's out of the shotgun. Krueger in motion. It's going to be an illegal motion. He catches the toss. It's going to officially be a run, and he's taken down after a gain of about 2 as Parker Dunham with the stop. Illegal shift by the Pintos. We'll see if Eldon elects to tack on the 5 yards or if they like to take the down and decline the penalty. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, 1st down and 15 after the yardage marked off.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's a dead ball foul if it's a legal motion.
Well, they call it illegal shift, not illegal procedure or false start. So they let the play go on. Otherwise, it would have been a dead ball foul. So 1st and 15 now. Curran's out of the shotgun, looks to throw. He's got time.
Ooh.
Now being flushed out of the pocket. Throws, looking for Winkler. No, he was looking for his receiver coming back. Number 28 again, looking for Tristan Hess, and couldn't get enough mustard on that one as it falls short and brings up 2nd down and 17.
Boy, Kearns had to kick it in another gear there to get away from the Eldon defense. He was lucky to even get that pass off.
You're good, buddy. Yeah, he very, very fortunate. He bought some extra time, but another clean pocket for a long time for Alex Kearns. He had open receivers, but he's just unable to make a connection. He's going to bring up 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, he's going to roll to his right. It's going to be a quarterback draw trying to make a guy miss. He does. Only got a couple. We're going to give him 3, maybe 4. Going to bring up 3rd down and long, but I want California to throw the football.
Me too, me too. I do like watching Kearns run, though. It just seems like he just runs so gracefully out there and just kind of shivers off the defenders.
Well, nonetheless, 3rd and 11 now for California. Kearns surely going to get an opportunity to air it out, and we've yet to see catching the football tonight, Drake Schloop. He's in the slot. He's open, wide open here now. Kearns now throws, and he's got his man Tristan Hess. Now he'll cut back across field. Look at him go across midfield. He's across the 40, still on his feet. inside the 20, and he will score from 79 yards out. Alex Kearns finds his big tight end, Tristan Hess. What's funny, Dave, he caught it just at the sticks, decided to cut back in, and he was the slowest player running, but a couple of stiff arms, a good block, and then a cut back across the field. 79 yards later, Tristan Hess has the California Pinto faithful making some noise. California pulls within 3 again. It's 24-21 with 6:47 left in the third. Winkler in to attempt the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it was doomed to fail from the start. The snap was high, the hold was jankety to say the least. So with 6:47 left in the third, Eldon clinging to a slim lead. They hold a 24-21 lead over California. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Welcome to Burger's Smokehouse. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Burger's Smokehouse invites everyone to come and visit our unique visitor center. See all the amazing museum quality displays highlighting the seasons of the Ozarks and learn about meat curing and the history of Burger's Smokehouse. Peruse our factory country store where we offer the largest selection of cured and smoked meats found anywhere. While you're here, grab a smoked meat sandwich and enjoy our video tour in the Good Old Days Theater to see how we produce our famous products. Our 4-generation family business is combine time-tested curing traditions with modern meat processing innovations to become the largest specialty cured and smoked meat processor in the nation. Burger Smokehouse is nestled deep in the rolling Ozark Hills near California, Missouri, just 20 miles north of Eldon on Highway 87. We're just a short drive from anywhere in the lake area. Just follow the road signs to Burger's Smokehouse. You can find our products in grocery stores throughout the lake area. Visit our website at smokehouse.com. Burger's Smokehouse, your trusted provider of cured and smoked meat since 1952.
And we're back as Clayton Winkler with a little squibber. Fielded at the 41-yard line. Heads up play by Fisher Snelling, the sophomore, to just fall on that wounded duck as it was bouncing everywhere. And Eldon has it 1st and 10 of their own 41-yard line. So California, they start the half with a defensive stop, give it back to their offense with a long field, 95 yards. But Alex Kearns, he leads the Pintos 95 yards. He converts on a 79-yard pass and run to Tristan Hess, who has 2 catches for 98 yards and a score. Parsons now with the carry. He's got about 9.5. They're going to give him 10 and a first down as he already takes it into California territory.
And really, I think this is crucial here. I mean, California goes down, scores a touchdown. They really, really need to stop here on defense.
Absolutely. It's a ball game, 24-21 your score, 6:30 left in the third. Colin Tam, he's going to give it to Logan Hall, again to the right side. Great lead blocking. And Hall, he's going to be marked down at the 33-yard line. He's got 16 yards and another first down for Eldon.
I got to give props to number 66, Jonathan Schoenfeld, on that play. He was 20-plus yards downfield blocking for his running back.
Yeah, he got
Great
outside.
Hustle. Great work.
Great block, and he finished the block.
You don't really talk about offensive linemen that often, but that was a heck of a play.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Schoenfeld with the lead block, springing his runner for a big gainer. First down now, it's Parsons, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Nathan Pickering says, "How you doing?" for a loss of 1, maybe 2. Going to bring up 2nd down and 12 now. And Pickering, that's his 2nd tackle for a loss and as many offensive series for the Mustangs. That's exactly what California needed. 2nd and 12 now. Eldon has it at the 35-yard line of California.
And that's one way to stop the Mustangs. You push them back on first down, get them out of their comfort zone.
Absolutely. On 2nd and 12, Tam going to roll, crossed his body, has his man. It's Logan Hall inside the 20, all the way down to the 10-yard line. He's got 25 yards and a big first down. Colin Tam, nice job under pressure, throwing against his body, gave his receiver a chance, and Hall makes a great catch, but importantly, his quarterback gave him an opportunity to make a play, and Hall did just that. He's got it inside the 10-yard line as Eldon back inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone this year. Case IH red zone alert. Eldon has it 1st and goal at the California 9. Tam under center. The give to Parsons. He's going to be met at the line once again. This time, big number 55, Gabe Bailey, with the stop for the Pintos, and that's going to go for a loss of 1. Back Eldon up for their 2nd and goal here, now from the 10. And as you see, partner, California starting to beat their assignment off the block, starting to get in that backfield and disrupt this Eldon rushing attack. And like you said, it's going to take Eldon out of their comfort zone. The give here to Hall. He's got a lead set of blockers. He's outside. And for the first time this season, Logan Hall scores a rushing touchdown, and Eldon regains the 9-point advantage. They're up 30-21 with 4:45 left in the third.
And again, granted, he didn't make a block because he didn't need to, but out in front was number 66, Jonathan Schoenfeld, offensive lineman for the Eldon Mustangs, hustling down the field.
And it doesn't show up in the stat sheet, folks, but that point of attack at the line of scrimmage, whoever wins that battle, whether it's the offense or defensive lineman, typically wins the play. And we saw that. Tam now on the 2-point conversion, rolls out and delivers a strike to Isaiah Parsons. So Eldon up 11. They lead 32-21. And partner, like to see Colin Tam throwing on the run. Looks pretty accurate here. Eldon, they lead by 11. 4:45 left in the third. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Nanny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
And we're back here on Lake TV, where the Mustangs, they answer as California got within 3, but Eldon, they drive down the field and score. It's Logan Hall, and we talked about it, going to be a big-time factor in tonight's game, and that's his first rushing touchdown of the 2018 season. Comes with 4:45 left in tonight's third quarter as the ball blows off the tee.
And like we said, it's a little windy. Looks like it's coming from the north. The wind is.
I don't understand how number 75 doesn't have a name on the roster. But number 75 kicks, fielded by Kruger. He's going to be upended at about the 35-yard line, but good starting field position here for the Pintos, and California going to need to keep it going here. They can't really afford to trade scores. They're going to have to get a stop on Eldon, but they're going to have to keep scoring the football as well.
Yeah, I mean, what it boils down to, can California stop Eldon? Because we know California can score on this Eldon defense.
So 1st and 10 now, the 35-yard line. I'm looking to see another deep ball. The last 79-yard completion was a shorter pass. All the yards were after the catch. Uh-oh, that one looked like it could have got blown up. Currens, though, trying to make something.
Whoa.
It's ripped free by Isaiah Parsons, and the ball is loose. I'm not sure who came up with it. California, no, the Mustangs.
Whoa.
A big-time turnover. It was Parsons who ripped it free, and with the recovery, Xander Strickland, the junior. Isaiah Parsons, a big-time play by a big-time playmaker. He did nothing but go for the football there. He's able to rip it free as Kruger, the freshman. We loved what we've seen from him, but he coughs up the football in a big-time situation when his team needed him the most.
Yeah, that was a nightmare play by Kruger.
No pun intended.
No, not at all, folks. No.
So 1st and 10 now, Eldon with their third takeaway of the game.
And second fumble recovery.
Tav gives it to Hall, this time to the left side, and he's going to be bottled up by a slew of Pintos at the 40-yard line. That goes for no gain, going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 4:13 left in the third quarter.
So right now, I think the Eldon Mustangs, this is kind of their comfort zone. They've got a couple score lead. Their bread and butters, pounding the ball, taking time off the clock. So basically right now they're in the driver's seat, and it's basically up to the California Pintos defense to stop them.
Oh, and it looks like a Mustang gets an early start. Going to bring up 2nd down and 15 after they mark off the penalty yardage. So 2nd down and 15. Here's your opportunity, California. You got to get in the backfield. Don't let Eldon pick up 7 or 8 yards here and have a manageable 3rd down. You want to keep them in the long yardage to go situation. Let's see if they can't get in that backfield and blow this play up. If you're Eldon, obviously you're looking for 7 or 8, bring up a very manageable 3rd down. Tam, the give to Parsons. Good lead block, and then a great tackle. Gump coming from his secondary position, able to trip up Parsons, and he has about 5 on the carry. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10, and Gump, a really nice play to come up and make that shoestring tackle.
Yeah, it was a great play, and weird situation for the Mustangs. 3rd and long. Again, the last time they were in this situation, they busted off a big run.
We'll see what they go with here. Tam going to roll to his right. Now looks to throw across his body. Wide open. Logan Hall to the house from 40 yards out, and a beautiful throw by Colin Tam. Nice looking throw, and that is a big time play. Tam, his first touchdown pass of the night. He already has a rushing touchdown, and this time from 40 yards out, hooks up with Hall. We saw him try that play before the half, but it was good play by Dawson Gump. This time wide open was Hall, and a good throw and a good catch.
Yeah, that was a great play. Wide open.
Tam now, the give to Hall. He's in for the 2-point conversion, and just like that, Eldon opens up a 19-point lead. They lead 40-21 with 2:52 left in the 3rd. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla.
And welcome back. Short kick by Eldon, and it's going to go out of bounds. Dangerously close to being an Eldon player there that could make a play. Going to be 1st and 10 California at the 35-yard line. You probably noticed my Cubs got a big win against the Cardinals. Only 2 games left in the regular season. We have a 1.5-game lead over Milwaukee. They still are playing right now. We've clinched a playoff spot, but we should be able to win the Central if the Brewers lose tonight. All it would take is 1 Cubs win or 1 Brewers loss the rest of the way for a 3rd straight NL Central title for Joe Madden and the Chicago Cubs. Kruger now in at quarterback for the Pintos, and big time running play on 1st down. That's number 85 in there for California, and that's Johnny Garcia, the sophomore, with a big carry, and that should give him a boost. So 1st and 10 California, they've got it at the Eldon 46. Kruger remains in at quarterback. He's going to keep it on the read option, and he's going to be bottled up after a 4 or 5 yard gain. Finally, we hear a whistle, and I think Kruger has about 4 on his 1st down carry. Lucas Ash now checking into the game. He's going to spell, I'm not sure who. Strickland with the stomp for the Mustangs. Xander Strickland had a big-time fumble recovery on the last possession. Has a tackle here as Schloop will check out. He was spelled by Lucas Ash. and Kruger now under center.
And here we are again. California's moving the ball.
Lucas Ash, guy there. The ball is free. I think Ash fell on it, but the Mustangs, Parsons again able to strip the ball carrier. Luckily, it bounced right back into the breadbasket of Lucas Ash, who got the carry. Brings up 3rd down and 2, and Schloop now spells Ash.
Yeah, that's something that the California Pintos have to be aware of now, that Eldon defense is going attacking the football.
Kruger now under center on 2nd and 2. Gives it to the up man, and Kruger actually keeps it. He's going to be stopped shy. Nothing too cute there for the Pintos, just ground and pound. But Eldon, they stay home, and it's going to be 4th and short. Obvious 4-down territory here for the Pintos. They're down 3 scores with just over a quarter to play as we're inside a minute left in the 3rd. Lucas Ash now, he's going to spell Schloop. 4th down and inches, and if California wants to get back in this one, they must convert here. 4th and short from the Eldon 37. Out of the shotgun is Kalen Kruger.
They got Meisenheimer out wide too.
And trying to get outside. He's got the 1st down and then some. He's inside the 35. They'll mark him out at the 33. So he's got 4 yards and a big Pinto 1st down. What do you think of the decision to replace Currens with Kalen Kruger?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Kearns wasn't throwing the ball accurately. Maybe the coaching staff thinks that they're going to be needing passing the ball, obviously being down as much as they are right now.
Kruger, the pitch to Schloop, and Parsons in the backfield blows that up for a big loss. That's going to go for a loss of 6. Bring up 2nd down and 16, and Parsons has done it all. And that is going to be the final play of tonight's 3rd quarter. So with 3 in the books from Riley Field, Eldon out in front by a score of 40-21. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV. Well, believe it or not, they do sneak off one more play. Kruger throws it. He was looking for Winkler. He was hit as he threw, so falls incomplete. And now that concludes our 3rd quarter of play with Eldon out in front 40-21. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and 16 California. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one, folks.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sactolaris Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Welcome back. Lake TV's coverage of high school football. And Dave, look at this. Alex Currens now back in there at quarterback for the Pintos. It's 3rd and 17. Currens, clean pocket. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to run for it. He's going to slide down at about the 29-yard line. Jacob Krantz takes him down from behind. They spot him at the 30. Going to bring up 4th down and 7.
Boy, a lot of players going in and out.
Yeah, and you know, something Ross mentioned earlier is California, every couple of plays, they're subbing at least 2 guys trying to stay fresh. So 4th and a long 7. Currens takes a snap, clean pocket, fires over the middle, looking for Tristan Hess, just overthrows him. Hess reached out with one hand, tried to pull it in, but falls incomplete, and Eldon takes back over. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Wow. Kearns is just so close on all these throws. But close doesn't cut it. Well,
Horseshoes. Hand grenades. You ever heard that saying?
Couldn't say that I have.
Alan, you've heard that saying.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
And you say it was close.
Please enlighten me.
Well, that's the saying that close doesn't count. Well, except for in horseshoes and hand grenades. So the give now to Logan Hall, trying to get outside. He's taking down.
I get it.
Number 28, Logan Hall on the carry, tackled by number 40, Nicholas.
I'm sorry.
Alan, I'll chalk it up as the wheels spinning but the hamster's dead. Dave, you're a good man for letting me abuse you all the time.
Hey.
Easy target, though.
That's what I'm here for. Hey. Bring it on. All comers. I'm not afraid.
I love it. So second down now. They give Hall, or was that Parsons?
Number 35, Isaiah Parsons.
Parsons with the carry. He's going to take it up to about the 36-yard line. So 3rd and 5. If California can get a stop, they should give it right back to their offense here. Boy, that's another opportunity missed. They've got the 4 turnovers tonight, and they've turned it over inside opponent territory numerous times tonight.
I'll tell you what, part of the Colin Tam, he stepped in great tonight.
Yeah, he has. He's looked really, really good. He's thrown some nice balls. He's got the long touchdown. Of course, he's run for a touchdown. And on 3rd down,
boy, it looked like they tackled him way out of bounds there.
Logan Hall with the 1st down carry. He's got about 6 or 7. Meisenheimer with the stop, but another fresh set of downs, and now California going to have to start peeking up at that clock inside of 10 minutes left in the game. It's been all Eldon here the last few minutes of this one. It was just 24-21 California, and Eldon, couple of scores, couple of takeaways, and they are cruising up 19 with 9:48 left. Colin Tam.
Shovel pass.
Under center, Isaiah Parsons has about 5 yards. And don't go anywhere, folks. Following tonight's game, we've got our Above and Beyond Roofing post-game show. We'll talk with the victorious head coach. We'll also talk with tonight's player of the game following the game tonight during our post-game show. So stay tuned for that right here on Lake TV. 9:20 left. So on 2nd and 7, it's Hall outside across midfield and taken down by Alex Meisenheimer, but not until Hall. 10 yards and another 1st down, and you love the sportsmanship. Hall runs over Meisenheimer, then helps him up. Meisenheimer pats him on the butt and says, good run, buddy. So
I'm telling you what, we see more of that here probably in California than most places.
Yeah. California, they have a reputation for being fairly classy.
Fairly.
Yeah. Of course, stuff happens in the trenches when the guys get out there and they're competing with the testosterone flowing. But, I mean, typically California, a zero-tolerance program. You know, you don't get flagged after the play's over. You don't have any cheap shots. They haven't tolerated it. It's what makes California such a nice place to play, because it's not just the players, it's the coaches, the administration, the media members. You know, we always love coming to California here at Riley Field. We love being here in the press box. We got our regular trio, of course. We got Bob Book out. We've got Alan, our good man, long time, runs the scoreboard here. And Alan's a big-time Cub fan, and he's been talking about the Cubbies all night long, and he was impressed with their big win today over the Cardinals.
I think he just gave you a bye Felicia look, Will.
I deserved it. So Hall on the 1st down carry has a couple. Actually, 2nd down, going to bring up 3rd and short now, and Hall has had a ball game tonight.
Yeah,
he's
really
run
coming
for
out
a
of
score.
nowhere. No touchdowns before tonight?
No, he had not had any touchdowns running the football, and receiving, he had one coming into this game. He has his 2nd receiving touchdown, his 1st rushing touchdown, and just like that, he's tripled his season total for scores in tonight's game, and he's had a nice ball game. But if, well, I can't say yet who the player of the game would be because we're not there yet. Parsons now with the carry. He has it down to about the 33-yard line. That's another Mustang first down, and will allow Eldon to chew up a few more minutes off the clock here. Spot former Pinto standout Elijah Freeman out here in the stands watching tonight's game. Elijah helps the middle school basketball team, and he's a great sharpshooter for the Pintos a few years ago. Specialty from downtown, but think about Eli as he'd fall in love with the jump shot, and he'd have a tendency to shoot his team out of the ballgame when he got too comfortable shooting outside. But he won a handful of games as well, to his credit. My good man, Eli Freeman, out here. One of my good buddies from California, him and Jaden Barr. Of course, we know the name Jaden Barr from football here in California. So 1st and 5 now, Eldon after the penalty. 6:45 left in the game, and California down 3 scores. They're going to need something to change in a hurry. They're going to be staring at 0-6 on the year, and of course, their schedule doesn't get much easier either. Logan Hall now outside. He's got first down yardage inside the 20. He's looking for another score. He's finally taken down at about the 7-yard line. He's got about 27 yards and another first down.
I think too many runs like that by Hall tonight have really been a really hard point for the California Pintos defense to stop. I mean,
Hall's been tough because you have to stack the box and respect the up man Parsons, but if they fake the handoff there and go to Logan Hall in the misdirection on the outside, just not a lot of guys there staying home, and Hall's got that breakaway speed to the edge, and he has put that on display all night tonight. Speaking of Logan Hall, he has it inside the 5 down to about the 3.5 yard line, where it'll be 2nd and goal for Eldon. Once again on the stop, Emmanuel Iannaccio for the Pintos. He's been all over the place tonight, and Dave, simply put, it was the 4 turnovers of California tonight that are going to be the storyline of this one unless something drastic were to change in a hurry. But California's offense, they put it to Eldon tonight. They missed on a few passes and turned the ball over. Otherwise, this one looks a lot different. Here's Tam looking for his 2nd score of the game on the ground. And from 4 yards out, Colin Tam, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And he adds on to what's already been a big night for him, and Eldon in control of this one. They open up a 25-point lead. It's 46-21 Mustangs with 5:19 left to go.
Yeah, Colin Tam on the 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. He just kind of had a nice gingerly jog into the end zone for the touchdown there.
Yeah, indeed, from 4 yards out on the bootleg. Walked untouched to pay dirt. Now we've got Eldon. They're going to burn a timeout on an extra point. I know that's not going to make Coach Holt happy. We're going to stay right here from Riley Field. You'll notice Alex Meisenheimer limping on the sideline. He's going to be looked at by the athletic trainer, and that's not a good sign for California. And already down 25. Wouldn't be surprised to see his night come to an end. Tell you what, though, it was just 24-21 with a couple minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and just out of nowhere, Eldon put their foot on the gas pedal and have opened up their biggest lead of the night at 25 points, and they're a 2-point conversion away from leading 48-21. So Osage, they're finally on the scoreboard. It's 40-7. Hallsville in control of that one with 2:22 left. And that is blocked by Nathan Pickering. Nice job. So 46-21 after the blocked extra point. Eldon in control. This one from Riley Field. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
Chances are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
chances are you'll be back!
Welcome back to Lake TV's Week 6 rendition of live high school football on Lake TV, where the Mustangs have opened up a 25-point lead and are in control of this one. Set to kick for the Mustangs, the unidentified number 75.
That's Joe.
High end over end kick, and again goes out of bounds, so illegal procedure, and California has it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Let's look at what these teams both have coming up. The remainder of this season. For Eldon, next week they're going to be at Boonville in Boonville. Very, very tough. Of course, they've got 2 more regular season games. California, they'll be at Hallsville next week, and Hallsville started tough against Blair Oaks, and they're now getting blown out in that one.
I'd like to give a shout out to John Glendenning watching on Facebook via Lake TV.
Good man. John tunes in for every game and always loves the burgers. Now looking deep is Currens. He's got Gump, who's inside the 40. Parker Dunham drags him down from behind, but not till he makes it down to the 20-yard line. That's going to be 45 yards on the completion from Currens to Gump. And Currens absolutely threw a bullet on that one. So 45 yards later, 1st and 10, California. They've got it just inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. This year, Case IH red zone alert. California 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Currens remains in at quarterback, and you know, it's not going to be the result that Coach Michael Gregg and these California fans wanted to see, but another promising night. After getting shut out a week ago at Versailles, they looked a lot better tonight against these Eldon Mustangs.
Yeah, it's 100% improvement. I'm not sure exactly what happened this week in practice, but it is definitely a different team than what we witnessed last weekend.
Obviously, Currens back in the mix. And speaking of California, we'll get a look at their upcoming schedule here the rest of the way. You know, we told you they're going to be at Hallsville next week, are the Pintos. And then you see week number 8, they're going to be at Southern Boone, who's 4-1. And then they close out the regular season right here at Riley Field against none other than the undefeated Blair Oak Falcons. So tough sledding ahead for Coach Gregg and the Pintos. Currens out of the shotgun under pressure. Good throw to Hess, who hauls in the low throw, and he takes it to the 8-yard line. That's good for 12 yards and a Pinto first down. And great job by Currens to stay calm under pressure and give his receiver a chance, and Hess makes a great catch.
That is a connection that they really have missed out on a lot tonight. When it was there, it's been there, and they haven't really gone to it as much as I thought they would after the first half success that they had.
Yeah, no doubt. 1st and goal from the 8 now. Currens out of the shotgun. Meisenheimer back out there. Currens under pressure, and he is going to be taken down for a sack. Jonathan Schoenfield. We've talked about him all night, blocking on the offensive line, and Schoenfield now with the quarterback sack. Going to bring up 2nd down and goal from the 10.
I don't know. Schoenfield's my player of the game. At least Schoenfield's the lineman of the game.
Yeah, Schoenfield's had a big game tonight. 2nd and goal now. From the 10-yard line, Currens out of the shotgun. Trip wide receivers, bottom of your screen. He's going to run. He's pressured, now cuts back inside and taken down at about the 6-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and goal from there.
And I will tell you what, I think officially right now, it's fall. Because it certainly feels like it tonight.
Got to give a shout out to former California head coach Marty J. Albertson watching at home. He tried for the trivia question, and I'd say he would know, seeing he was the head coach last time California beat Eldon. So big shout out to Coach Albertson. Hope retirement's treating you well, and I know he's got some side gigs. That man's never going to retire. He is a hustler. Man, he is a hard-working son of a gun. Currens now, and that'll be... They got a illegal procedure, a false start against California. They blow it dead, going to bring up 3rd and goal once again. Now let's look at Eldon's upcoming schedule the rest of the way. Next week, of course, they're going to be at Boonville, who is 4-2 after tonight. And then they're going to be back home on the 12th. They've got Versailles, and then they end their regular season at Osage, and I'll tell you what, that Eldon-Osage rivalry, always a good one. So Eldon, they have a couple of tough matchups coming up, and they'll improve to 4-2, but it gets no easier. Leaving Riley Field, the quick slant. He's got Henry Winkler with the catch and the touchdown from 11 yards out. A nice throw from Currens, and Winkler with the touchdown. And we've been waiting to see that a little more. Clayton Winkler on the receiving end. Winkler, another guy that's going to be a playmaker. He's a junior. He'll be back next season, and you don't see many seniors that these Pintos are going to lose. Of course, Alex Meisenheimer, Tristan Hess, he made his presence felt. Of course, Nicholas Altoff, one of the defensive leaders, Gabe Bailey and Nathan Pickering. They return a lot, and once again, the quick slant. Nice throw, and even a better catch by Winkler because he had Dallas Hardy all over him. So the 2-point conversion is good. And with 2:36 left, Eldon still leads by a score of 46-29. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Nanny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
And we're back here in California, Missouri. Friday Night Lights, Lake TV, William Holtz, Dave Glendenning. What else do you want?
Nothing more than that level of excitement from my good man Dave Glendenning as Winkler now a little squibber. Tam now fields it out about the 20 and very wisely takes the knee. So Eldon, an opportunity to end this one with the football if they can get a couple of first downs. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now, Dave, I do want to give a couple of shout-outs. Our sponsors tonight making our broadcast possible: Como Connect, Kwik Car, Above and Beyond Roofing, Burger Smokehouse, Eldon Furniture, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Crown Power and Equipment, Sacaleras Ford of Versailles, the WH Media Group, Spielers Inc. in California, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. Check them out on CorollaPics.com. Dave, your turn.
Corolla Pics. Gotta love them.
Tam the give. This is Wardenberg now outside. Stiff arms his man as Kruger holds on for dear life. Credited with the tackle as Hall takes it up to about the 26-yard line. Clock will stop as he goes out of bounds. Also want to thank our incredible crew. Of course, Dave Glendenning, my partner in crime here in the booth. Our chief engineer running field cam, Ricky Smith. Our head of production switching live from the truck, Andrew Evans. Our top camera, Brennan Thompson. Our lead production assistant, Ross Reinhardt. Our extra hands in the truck, Big Bill Conson. On stats, Adrian and Zach Reinhardt. And our assistant on the field, Jonah D. Burton, of course, helping with pre-production, Nate Jonathan Nate Dog McKinney, and Bob Spicer. Thanks to our incredible crew, I work with the most talented team in high school football on TV, and I'm confident in saying so.
Yes, you do, Mr. Holtz. Yes, you do.
Where'd your excitement go? So we've got a timeout
I'm sorry.
on the field.
I think I used all my excitement up for tonight.
We're going to take a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
And we're back here in California, Missouri once again. Dave Glendenning with William Holtz. Wrapping up this fine Friday evening. Home of Burgers Smokehouse, California, Missouri.
Tam now with the carry. Good yardage up to about the 35-yard line. He's got about 15 yards, another Mustang first down, and Eldon now should be able, they can keep it in bounds to run the clock out on this possession. They're going to win by a final of 46-29 unless they're able to score again. Of course, we talked about Eldon. They get the big bounce-back win. They improve to 4-2. That evens them up at 2-2 in the conference. California falls to 0-4. Osage will fall to 1-3 in the conference, with Hallsville Versailles falls to 2-2. They'll be tied with Eldon, and that'll be a big matchup coming up in a couple of weeks. Southern Boone improves to 3-1 in the conference. Booneville at 3-1 in the conference, and all by their lonesome at 4-0 in conference play. It's going to be the Blair Oak Falcons, and I'm telling you what, Blair Oaks has a team, and they don't just have conference and district aspirations on their brain. They're thinking state title this season.
Yes, sir. Blair Oaks is used to being on the top of the Tri-County standings.
A 2A school, they always play in the Tri-County, and so their district, you look at 2A, well, they're the best team in the Tri-County Conference, which is full of 3A schools. They're a 2A school, and so when it comes to district and state rankings, they get to play and be seeded against other 2A schools, and so they get some of their toughest competition in the regular season, and then in the first and second round of districts, sometimes it's a little bit of a down talent-wise, and I'm telling you what, when you play in the Tri-County Conference, you can ask any of these teams, there's never a week off. California gave Eldon all they wanted through 2.5 quarters tonight.
For a winless team on the season, they definitely are putting up one heck of a fight.
Yeah, we talked about California. Although 0-5, they're much better than a winless team, and they've got a bright future ahead of them the next couple of years under Michael Gregg. The foundation has been set.
I was afraid of that. Looked like his knee got twisted up there in the pile at the end of that play.
Yeah, Parsons, we saw him limping earlier. Ross pointed out, and so it looks like we're going to get a timeout. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
And we're back again, California, Missouri, wrapping up tonight's game. 2 minutes ago, Eldon leads 46-29 over the California Pintos. And basically what we're seeing here is just Eldon trying to run the clock out and not doing anything silly.
3rd and 6, Logan Hall. The carry once again. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down marker. He's going to be taken down once again by Inacho. Going to bring up 4th down and 3.
And the California Pintos can't stop the clock again. They're out of timeouts.
Garrett Berger in on the stop as well, and 4th and short. And I would imagine, Eldon, you'd want to punt the football here. I know that it's still a 3-score game, but you certainly don't want to give it to California with a short field to work with and give them any kind of false hope. I mean, I was watching a highlight on Facebook of a high school game where the team was down 18 points with a minute 12 to go. They scored a touchdown, got the onside, scored on one play, got the onside, and scored as time expired, and won, being down 21 with a minute 12 to go.
So is that what you're saying is going to happen here?
No,
tonight?
I'm just, you never want to leave the possibility for that to take place open. So another timeout. We're going to remain right here with you, Dave. We get an exciting matchup next week. Versailles, they're going to be 3-3. Osage, they're 2-4. Both teams are fighting for positioning in the Tri-County Conference. We'll be live with you next week. And we'll also have, thanks to our friends at Big Surf, the 2018 School of the Osage homecoming coronation ceremony broadcast in its entirety next week. I'm not sure whether it's going to take place before the game. If it does, we'll come out with a pregame show at 6:25. If they do it at halftime, our pregame show as normal will be at 6:40. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We'll keep you posted throughout the week on that. So 4th down and 3, set to punt for the Mustangs. Logan Hall gets off a good one, fielded at the 31, muffed, and then picked up there by the Pinto, and he's going to be taken down at the 21-yard line and going the wrong way for the Pintos. It's number 21, Spencer Meserly. I can't see on my roster here. Let's see what yours says. The crease kind of took his name out. I do apologize. So let's look. 21, Spencer Meserelli had the return for California, and the Pintos have it 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line with a minute 6 remaining. Now remember, folks, following the conclusion of tonight's game, we've got our post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing. We'll talk with Eldon head coach Chad Holt, and we'll talk with our player of the game presented by the WH Media Group, and that's going to be junior quarterback Colin Tam getting his first start and first win as a varsity quarterback. Congratulations to Colin Bug Tam. Big time win as Curran's now out of the pocket, throws across. Tristan Hess once again puts the shake, and Parsons comes in again trying to strip it, and he did after Hess hit the turf, but Hess has the first down up to the 45-yard line. That's good for 24 yards and a first down. There's also a flag, so we'll see if California will get any yardage tacked on here.
We haven't said that a whole lot tonight, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and we're used to seeing flags all over the place when we come to California. But you're right, it's been a fairly clean game for the most part tonight. I'm not sure. So dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, and a free 15 yards for California. And I know it sounds crazy, but if they get a score here quick, I always love seeing the onside. I mean, crazier things have happened. Bob Bookout's got his toes out. He's got them crossed, and he's praying over there, hoping it could happen. Currens eludes a would-be guy, now looking. He's got Gump in the end zone. Touchdown, California. And from 40 yards out, Currens hits Gump. And with 39.6 seconds left, it is a 10-point ball game. Wow, and you saw the arm of Alex Currens there. You know, he stopped, threw back across, and he had Gump open. Really nice throw, really nice play.
Where
Touchdown.
have you been all night?
Yeah, I mean, so 35-46. Currens now throws and incomplete. He was looking for Hess, who couldn't haul it in. So it's an 11-point game. California's still going to need 2 scores any way you shake it. So we'll have an onside kick upcoming when we return. It's 46-35. Eldon in control of this one. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
John Kane with Eldon Furniture. It's September and a time for the season to begin its transitions. We're starting off the month with our Labor Day sale on Lazy Boy furniture and Serta mattresses. As we transition into fall, Eldon Furniture's Fall Savings event provides special values on
furniture, flooring, bedding, and blinds.
Follow us on Facebook Visit us online or in our comfortable showroom in downtown Eldon.
Welcome back, folks, to Lake TV's coverage of high school football here from Riley Field. It's the 2018 homecoming rendition for the California Pintos. Got off to a promising start. 2 plays into the game, they led 7-0, but Eldon since then really been in control. California, they have it to within 11, and we'll surely see an onside kick attempt here. Clayton Winkler does the kicking honors. And partner, these aren't successful very often. It's a high one.
Sky ball. And you can do a fair catch on that, you know.
I didn't know if he drove it into the ground and it bounced up or if he went straight up. So the fair catch was called for by Nathan Wardenberg. Very heads-up play. And Eldon's going to be able to take a couple of knees. I'm going to turn it over to you, Dave. Head down to the field.
I'll
be back with you on the Above and Beyond post-game show in just a moment.
Don't trip, Will, on your way down. So, I guess you guys are stuck with me. 39.6 seconds left. This fabulous ball game here on a wonderful Friday night in California, Missouri. Looks like a victory formation. No, not quite. Nothing going on that run. The clock keeps ticking to less than 30 seconds to go. And as you can see, Eldon had a really bounce-back game from the game that they played last week, which they weren't too proud about. But tonight here in California, they did a great job with a new quarterback and really played Eldon Mustang football tonight. And that's the ball game, folks. Final score is 46 Eldon Mustangs, 35 California Pintos. And this is Dave Glendenning with Lake TV, and we'll be back after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. It's time for the Black and White Roofing post-game show. Here's William and Dave.
Welcome back. This is your post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing. And California's annual homecoming game got off to a promising start, but just too much Eldon Mustangs for this California Pinto defense to contain.
Yeah, and just too many penalties as well. And on top of penalties, the turnovers. So it was just compounding mistakes after mistake that basically doomed the Pintos tonight in homecoming.
Yeah, another big night for Isaiah Parsons. He was well over 100 yards on the ground. Colin Tam, as a starter, gets his first win as a varsity starting quarterback, and Colin Tam's your player of the game presented by the WH Media Group. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown, converted on a couple of 2-point conversions. Has to feel good to get that initial win. Eldon, they improved to 4-2, and of course, they're going to be right back at it next week. They've got a tough one next week at Boonville in Boonville. Very, very tough are the Pirates, and Eldon's got their work cut out for them, and they needed tonight's win, and they got it. Back to 4-2 and looking good for the Mustangs.
And now they're probably those 2 losses in a row, distant memory, so maybe they can just move on and build from this win tonight and see if they can, shake up the Tri-County standings here. There's a lot of games left to go.
And, I mean, Dawson Brandt is the starting quarterback for the Eldon Mustangs. We're not sure how long he's going to be out for. We do know when he's healthy, he gets his starting job back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. However, got to really like what we saw from Colin Tam. Got off to a slow start, just a lot of handoffs, didn't get an opportunity. But once they gave him some freedom, he started running the football, started to throw on the move a little bit. I liked what I saw from him.
Yeah, he has all the skills, to be a starting quarterback for Eldon. And they've got a great backup quarterback, once, I'm sorry.
Dawson Brandt comes back.
Sorry. Once Dawson Brandt comes back, they're going to have a great backup. So in case, he ends up getting re-injuring whatever his injury is, they still have a nice fallback option in Tam.
Yeah, and Logan Hall, he had a big game for the Mustangs, probably equally as deserving of being tonight's spotlight or player of the game. But Logan Hall, he had his first rushing touchdown of the year and then his second rushing touchdown of the year. And he also caught his second touchdown of the season through the air. That was Tam's first passing touchdown as a varsity quarterback. I hope that he got to save that one for the souvenir case. But Logan Hall had a big game. Isaiah Parsons, we talked about what he did offensively. He also had a strip and a fumble recovery. He had another strip that California was able to corral. And then Jonathan Schoenfeld, offensive line, big game, opening up holes, winning that point of attack battle. But defensively, he also had the quarterback sack, and he had himself a ball game.
Yeah, he did. And he just kind of popped out to me watching him play tonight with his hustle. And it's just basically the whole offensive line on Eldon tonight. They upped their game from last week, which they had a terrible game last week. So if they keep moving forward and number 66 keeps up playing like he did tonight, they will shake up the standings here in the Tri-County Conference.
But back to California. It was their annual homecoming night. Obviously, you want to get a victory. But the start for California, they got the opening kickoff. 2 plays from scrimmage, 65 yards on the legs of Alex Kearns. They score a touchdown. And then later in the game, after they had fallen behind by 11 points, they score that big touchdown, and they pull it to 24-21. And that's when Eldon really took advantage of a couple timely turnovers by the Pintos deep in Mustang territory and just started ripping off big play after big play. But if you're California, we touched on it, last week. They're a young team. Alex Kearns back in the starting lineup. They're going to travel to Hallsville next week. Hallsville, a one-win team. Anything can happen there, of course. Hallsville off to a good start early against Blair Oaks, but the Falcons storm back in Hallsville. They're going to be going into their homecoming with 1 win. California, they're going to go in there fairly healthy, and they've got a lot of things working in the right direction, and this passing attack could be scary good down the stretch for California. I know they're 0-6, and I know their schedule's not easy the next 3 weeks, but I would not be surprised to see Coach Michael Grank's California Pintos march into Hallsville next week and walk away with their first W of the season.
Yeah, they have all the talent. They have the pieces there. Coaching's there. Just have to put everything together and have one complete game. And I think they've got it in them. They got plenty of games left to show what kind of a team they are.
Couple of guys we love to talk about. Freshman quarterback for California, Kalen Kruger. He had himself a ball game. Constantly fumble late in the game. That comes with, playing time. But I'm telling you what, for only a 14-year-old freshman in high school, that kid has a promising future with this program.
Yeah, 14? Mm-hmm. Really? Wow. Yeah, that is impressive. Under these Friday night lights, like I've said, it's a lot of pressure for a 14-year-old kid, especially, with some of the size of these other athletes out here.
Indeed. So California, I know that it's tough now. You're 0-6. You're struggling. But hold on, Pinto fans, because you've got the right coach at the helm and Michael Gregg, and you've definitely got a lot of key pieces that are going to return next year and are going to bring with them valuable varsity minutes. As far as Eldon, big-time win. They're 4-2 on the season. Another big game. Parker Dunham, he steps up every week for the Mustangs. They've got a lot of things rolling in the next couple of weeks. They should get their quarterback back. Of course, next week, they're at Boonville. And for those of you watching next week's high school game of the week on Lake TV, for sales at Osage, we'll hit the air with the pregame show powered by Como Connect at 6:40. For Dave Glendenning and the entire Lake TV sports crew, I'm William Holtz. Until next time, God bless and good night.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Burger Smokehouse, Above and Beyond Roofing, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Eldon Furniture, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.